shaping up here for the grand finals. Taco, I can't believe it. Yesterday was an exciting day of games, and we have such a close competition.
Yeah, I'm just loving the way that this top three has really developed. And I mean, realistically speaking, with that 1.5 times point multiplier in effect for day 2 of Grands MDF, this could essentially be anybody's race to the finish, but especially for those global championship slots, I'm really excited just to see what happens.
Yeah, and some of the best parts about the fact that the global champion spots in specific is if you're in the top, I don't know, maybe 5, let's just say 3, I think you're pretty much locked in, right? If we're going off of previous global champion slot qualifying point numbers, right, in a day 2 grand finals. So that's exciting by itself, and it sounds like game number, let's see, 7 is ready. Let's get into it. If you're in the top, I don't know, maybe 5, let's just say 3, I think you're pretty much locked in, right? All right, game number 7. Had to do a quick count for a second there, given that we are catching up for the day 2 of the FNCS Grand Finals.
Yeah, and the other crazy thing to consider is that there was certainly a lot of chatter happening all throughout the course of last night. I think a lot of teams kind of trying to determine, are we switching our drops? Are we going to look to try and surprise contest? And for
Alright guys, what is up? I'm going to mute this just for a second here, just so I can go ahead and say my stuff. As always, if you're new to the channel, drop a sub, follow, all that good stuff. We're going to be watching the rest of this grand finals. Let's see if Clix can finally get that pickaxe. I may turn on the cam later, I may not, I'm not really sure, but let's see what happens. We got Clix up in the top corner, his Twitch stream, and then the FNCS on in the other. I'm going to turn off the mic just for a minute because finishing up some work stuff, but I am here.
Duo here at this draw spot as they were contested every single game. This is, if anything, the first time we're seeing them have a little bit of space to work with, and that's one thing you have to really appreciate, right? The adjustments that are going to happen from day to day.
Yeah, I mean, breathing room doesn't come easy, and for a lot of these teams, it's all about defending your respect for a drop. Mixon and Blaha, certainly a duo that struggled all throughout the course of yesterday, but here at the start, they seem like they might actually have the advantage over Antonio. They're trying to solidify this exchange. Z-Link already down and out for the count, but at this point, Mixon, Blaha, they're still taking their time. They know just how crucial each and every point they secure today is going to matter for their position on the leaderboard.
And if all teams, you know, this is the one that needs it the most after such a, you know, ridiculously slow start for them, they have a lot of ground to make up for. Now, do keep in mind, today's points are off of, or based off of a 1.5x multiplier. So any team, and we mean it, any team can absolutely rocket their way up into definitely a global championship spot, but more importantly, into that money, right? And we're talking big money if you can get up toward that top 10. So for Mixon and Blaha, this is a fantastic start, kicking things off with 2 eliminations now. It's just worth so much more as opposed to yesterday.
I don't think that they could have crawled any deeper into this cavern, but they've got to be wary. Seems like they might still have the duo on top, and they're not the only ones getting some early game action. Chaos just caught out of position there by Dynamic, and Dynamic making sure to get the job done. Also finds that clean elimination onto Chance, so 12 points. 6 a pop here, and it just continues. Seek and Dash also confirming an elimination onto Kanata. Nitro Drum action like this is not something that you would have been expecting.
Yeah, this is definitely different for Dash and Seek, already seeming like their surprise attack strategy onto Kanata and Cooper is paying off here, giving them the leg up. Cooper now will have to figure out how to play not only for this pickup for the reboot card, but more importantly, to actually get that pickup, given that it seems like the zone is going to be sitting somewhere around the southern part. But jumping in with Source and Poppy here. Again, Static seems like we've gotten somewhat of an even match, but Poppy's going to come through, find the full eliminations onto the 2 up top, as Source was sent running for a moment there, and they are right back into this game.
It's surprising to see Source and Poppy that far north, even challenging Statics and Pluto at Piney Lane, but again, That just goes to showcase the kind of shifts that all of these teams are essentially looking for. Teams know that with that 1.5 times point multiplier, you know, the elimination scorings can matter, and they can make all the difference as far as where your overall standing on the leaderboard would be concerned. But getting a little bit more over eye view on some of the action building up around the underworld. Batman, Bugha, and Rapid, they are certainly a team that had a decent amount of success in day one, and what they're hoping to do today is just continue to build upon some of that early success that they found throughout the course of yesterday, because there were definitely a couple of hiccups that they would have liked to avoid, but that could be said for everyone.
Yeah, like my reference point is that is the foundation. It's the way that you set yourself up for success, given that this is, of course, the 2-day format. How you start your tournament is the most critical to your success.
We got Batman Bugha. He was my dark horse.
Your overall ending will
wonder what kind of comms we got going on with Clix right now. Just because of the, I see that they got some fire.
On ringside, I'm looking.
They're looking.
I don't know where he moved. I think he kept going around, to be honest.
Going on forecast, lower team.
Fine.
I'm about to shoot him off.
You can bomb them with crash
I could, waiting for you. We bomb.
Go for it. I have fist popped. You just have to go base.
I'm waiting for them to run. In the open.
They boxed up, they're boxed
Yeah, they
up.
don't know where though, they might go for it.
Shoot the nitro, shoot it up. We don't need to. Shoot it up. Watch it. Kids were on ring, but I think they wrapped.
Then we got Quanti in a battle. Quanti and Raptor.
Yeah, you shoot down, watching them.
Nice.
Looking.
I can't see him. I'm staring at them now. Just kill it. Not peeking.
I got it.
Not peeking, yo.
I'm gonna use one of these bigs and extra fizz.
No, don't use a big.
Sorry, I already did. There's one extra.
Okay.
There's 2 extra fizzes, yeah. You have 2 fizzes in your inventory?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to take the bigs. I'll take it for now. What do you mind?
It's actually because no scope. I'm gonna go put it in, okay?
Right. I took your bigs, rather.
Alright, that's cool.
Watch out if he's on it. I found metal here. We have to push
I'm going
up.
back up and get him, I think.
Yeah, get your shit, and then I'm gonna push up and try and get tags. Did Bunkus one? Yeah, it did. I don't think anyone done it right now. Might be the play to get tags here, come back, and we can upgrade that DMR.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go look for tags.
Yep.
Can you just just go to there again and look over? I need
Look
to.
at this,
Don't
man.
even get to the
They
bunker.
kind of playing it smart right now for sure, dude.
Don't just
Playing it rather smart. Whether
Oh, they're
smart.
full box fang down here. But yeah, that box fang on my marker. They should getting in. They killed him. I think it's a solo.
Number come?
Pretty sure it's a solo. Yeah, they could have do it.
Oh, they
He's
can
got
push
it.
that.
He's resting. I cancelled.
Nice, well played. Beyond you.
He rested him.
Go.
I'm still fighting.
Yeah, I'm looking. Looking. Fine. Loading.
Sprang. They're not white, they died, by the way.
Notice distract.
Okay, another team close, watch out.
25 white.
Behind me. Bang.
Love it.
Tried to edit on me.
White, 24 white.
Yeah, the one's coming towards you, by the way.
Yeah. I'm gonna die.
I'm coming to help you.
I don't have my kit. Do you have my kit?
Doing him, I don't. 60 on them, I got hit 150 as well. I'm running.
Go.
Go back.
Yeah.
Wiggle.
Popping big.
Wiggle.
Just crash pad out. Get away.
Do one more.
Made it.
He makes it.
Coming.
Oh my god, one, bro.
I can't get it. I can't
One
get it.
hell.
Get it for me.
Where is it?
In zone run on me west.
Don't face.
West?
Marking.
Yeah.
Just marked my marker.
On your marker, I'll go get in a sec.
He can't even go get it. He
Okay, I
can't
got
even go get
150.
it.
I did 70.
Yeah, that seemed ridiculous.
They got the damage they needed though.
You need to build around yourself, I commed it to you, remember?
Let's switch back over.
The toe versus
They got the
dash,
good
doesn't
damage
matter.
on it.
He knew there was pressure on his heels. Seek and Dash will end up taking down Kanata and Cooper
They got good damage, so
in an
that's
upsetting
good.
early elimination. And again, you come in at 6th place here in a 2-day grand finals, and you have a chance at winning this tournament. You truly do. But
With
that right there is
one,
as good as a
dude.
major setback. That's going to kind of put them in a middling position. Still not over, though, of course. They'll have chances to climb up. jumping back into Clix and Vino, though, look at the damage that has been done to this duo here.
They've had a moment, though, to try and recuperate things, and at the ship it station, keep in mind, this is Baka and Parz's typical, you know, starting point, so
That's crazy they made it out of that. King, what's up, buddy?
That's gonna put him just slightly back.
I think King might be coming to join us here in a minute. We'll go ahead and turn the cam on too, guys.
On that flaming boost tube right outside that ship it station, and they are gonna be such a problem for Veno and Clix.
There you
if they're
go.
not careful. If
We
Veno
got the
wasn't
cam
already
on.
so injured, it wouldn't necessarily be as much of a threat. They could just choose to ignore that.
Dude,
But,
like, I
that's
can't
a
believe they...
situation where TK and
He
Turtle,
made
they
it
could
out
have
of there
forced
with
if they
one.
wanted
I'm
to,
not
and
even sure what he got hit by, if I'm
it
being
seemed like
honest.
they found the aggression that they
That
were
was
after in
crazy.
the first place. Flo trying to do what he can to buy some
24.
time, but Quanti just drops
Nice.
directly on top of Flo.
There was
Easy
nothing he could do.
elimination after the fact, and Sigma, believe he was already knocked earlier on, so yeah, just another really clean couple of elims for Quanti and Yapko there.
See what Clix and them are up to here. I like listening to their comms sometimes.
I'm just gonna spray him. Spraying them. I'm gonna move away from him. Come back towards me.
Come on.
We should use this nitro and go backwards actually. Come here.
Yeah.
Tapping fist.
I have 2 crash beds.
Come here. Good job. Come through. Let's go all the way back to full cast. Oh, get underneath me, by the way. Watch out. I ran past him.
Solo rebooting, I believe.
Well, oh,
Add that
okay,
kid.
yeah, true, yeah. I'm looking. No, it's 2, it's to do it. But
Got it,
they're popping
got
med kit, I'm cancelling.
Thank you.
He needs to, he held me.
Train.
They're low.
Loading.
I got
He should
him.
be 50 HP. Drain.
Right.
I'm blanking.
He's looking.
It's 40 on him.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, run back. Come back. Here. I'm popping one nitro. Come here. We go back. I'm gonna get that DMR, okay?
There's so much extra nitro.
I'm gonna get that DMR, go back up there, upgrade my DMR, maybe more whites, bunker.
There's
I'm
also
gonna
campfire
listen.
down right.
I'm gonna
There's
go
also
back and go get the
campfire
meds.
down
What's blood
I'm
saying?
gonna go back and get the meds.
I hear what blood's saying. What's blood saying?
There's mostly campfire down right. Towards
Yeah, we have 2 campfires.
Should I go get the meds?
Shoot it. Yeah. You need a big? I can throw one to you.
No, yeah, I do. Right. I'm
Bring
gonna
one too?
go. I'm gonna throw it right here too.
Okay, I need to come over to me soon. Where was that DMR, by the way? I don't see it.
It should be over. I don't know. Someone might have took it.
Should have gone and got this later, by the way. I didn't see it in the box earlier, by the way.
I'm trying to think where the DMR was. I don't think it was a DMR. It was an enforcer with 4x.
It took my loot, bro. There's actually Nuka. Are you carrying or no?
Nah, I need to go to you.
Oh,
And you have to pop whites together.
yeah. They stole
He only has one
one of
med.
the meds.
I'm landing on a barrel. Next turn pulls fire. I popped a barrel.
I know where another med is.
But if that one east isn't broken, I can just go buy whites there. I need to pop a medkit in a second.
Okay, do you have one?
Yeah, I have to. I'm seeing if I can get to the cordon quick.
Oh, I'm getting this one right here. In a second.
There's bandages here. Fuck, I have one medkit there. I found a medkit.
Oh,
And nitro as well. There's bandages on me. Bandages in here. I need to go back towards. Let me go
I'm
back
giving you a
towards
med. Giving you a med
bunker.
if you can carry.
Yeah, I can.
Nice. Safe, quickly. Nice.
Popping a nitro. Follow me.
Sorry, stop popping the bins.
Yeah, just want to like pop a little bit more. There's a nitro there.
Done,
You can just
done,
use
done.
it. I think we go
This is a
to
weird
this
set
pad,
they're
pad to
doing. What's
bunker,
up, King?
use it, then we can just ring straight out onto
What's up, my
congested.
dude? You came up here to hang?
Just make sure we're counting and shit.
Yep.
I'm farming.
Go.
Look, you want to see
Yeah,
everybody? Look. There you
We
go.
have to get damage for next time.
Hey.
We go to that bunker ASAP, we pop the campfire, we loot the bunker, then we pop campfire, and we run. I think bunker's too much,
I
blood,
mean,
or no?
they're in the storm so
Someone
long, I
uses
just
campfire,
don't
by the way.
understand.
He's not here anymore.
Oh,
He must
they're
have
watching
missed.
Mongrel over here. And
Comfortable.
Savage. Let's
Also
see what's
looking
going
to
on.
offer more of a dead side rotate. Mongrel and Mr. Savage, though, this is a duo that needs to come out with a massive performance here on the day. They really just had a rough time throughout the entirety of yesterday's 6 lobbies, and I know for a lot of people there was so much hype kind of riding on this team, and I think that there is still plenty that could come back out full force here, because I think for Mongrel and Mr. Savage, getting the opportunity to kind of replay things that, you know, didn't necessarily go right for them yesterday, hopefully they've been able to kind of develop some form of a new surge strategy, because it hurts when you got to make those changes overnight, right? But I think that they're both certainly a caliber of player that can achieve those metrics.
I agree with you. I think they are absolutely worthy of a
What are you looking
slot,
at,
but
King?
it will come down to them ultimately, you know, making those adjustments and seeing if they can make up for what went wrong yesterday. You saw that
Hey,
progress. They didn't really change their strategy post adjustments to the game, post, you know, new update. Basically, they kind of stuck to
Paper
the
and
same
Victor
strat.
V had a good day yesterday,
Kelly and
honestly.
Vivid broke it down perfectly. They are still playing the same kind of cactus areas, which means that there are just less teams down there, right? It's not as effective as it once previously was. So we'll see what happens today. I mean, already the fact that they're making it this far into what is now going to be the bend of the mid game.
Yeah, Victor V and Paper had a really good day yesterday for sure, like super good.
Early exits.
Yeah, and to be fair to that as well, I do think there is value in just committing to what you have been practicing, especially knowing that you have a 2-day format, right? If this was like a only 6 lobbies to work with circumstance, then okay, guys, we might want to do something a little bit different here when it's not working out for the first 2 games, but they knew coming into today that they would have that 1.5 times point multiplier to work with, and so I do think that that gave them a little bit more leeway, but Cole sneaking
Missed
up
the
on
edit.
Boya doesn't get the tag that he was hoping
Cole
for,
missed
though,
that edit.
and has now revealed his position, so Peterbot immediately going to rotate over, provide some overhead support there for Poyo, but
Let's listen to comms at Clix and them.
Run out.
I'm guessing they're gonna play a more passive tournament
Yeah,
today.
One minute better. I did it more. That more. Should have made it 4x.
Want to crash that in or no?
Yeah, we crash. Go to here. We can this. We crash pad. Crash pad off this.
Is crash that or no?
Can I left? Yeah, you crash pad.
Oh.
Go. Let's go. Get to the ring. Crash padding on our left. I'm building round and shoot. They're king. They don't search.
Yeah.
I'm going up here. And getting in a good position to hold.
Got it.
Need to get down.
I'll make it
I've got around myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got this.
Coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna start shooting. We need to look.
Sorry, I'm a little hungry. So I'm eating some peanut
Spray
butter
as
and
much as
stuff.
possible.
That's
250 AR.
Got
Spray.
me.
You know the team game?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll shoot the kid to spray.
20.
Kids running.
Loading. Kin zone, looking.
He's popping back in there.
Okay.
We cancelled it. He still has another one, I think, but he's trying like the same guy. He's standing there. Yeah, you ran now. You look around. Popping fizz in there. Spray the break. How much armor do you have?
140.
I have 210.
They're
can
239
bring
above,
fizz
so
on
they're
this
not
next one.
in a bad spot.
Yeah, we got
As
10
far as
seconds.
Storm,
Let me see.
storm surge.
I'm up to here. We bring fizz through here. I'm tapping fizz now. We have a quick look. I'm gonna tap fizz and we have a quick look. There's nothing going on. Come. Hit this. I say isn't better. This troll. I'm around right. We just crash pad. Get up there. Crash pad from here. Come in, I'm tapping fizz. I'm popping sprint as well. Wait, popping sprint. Go. Run forward from here.
Go.
This is free.
Did I
We attack
right on you? I
Yeah,
only saw
bring past them. Go, okay. Yeah, that's it. Come. You're running. Get up to this bush. And we can look around for down. Get to this bush here. Pull us back, brother. Let's get knees down.
the con.
The door. Coming. Hunter, dead.
Shit. Get body.
What a shot,
Team there.
dude.
I'm trying to finish.
With you.
I'm 30 HP, basically.
Yeah, we gotta go.
And we'll be able to. Go.
Hold on.
Popping
I'm
sprint.
putting crash back or no?
Go.
Place it.
If you throw me into zone, I might be dead. I'm dead, I think.
I'm on
I'm
it.
popping back in zone. Yeah,
I'm
no,
fine, I'm
after sprinting.
Back up.
Hey, kid, crash padding after you.
Yeah, he's trying to fight. Can you watch him?
I can't come. I'm gonna die. Back up. Popping sprint,
Yeah,
coming.
okay.
That was bad luck with that crash there, dude. Clix is pissed right now. That was bad luck.
5 tick now.
He died. Or, yeah, he died.
Bad luck, dude. Bad luck there.
Can't fault him for it either. It's a crash pad. Unfortunately for Venom, that's a crash pad in the wrong direction. Did not mean to clip it that way and immediately forced to expend the one med kit he was holding onto. Granted, he was probably going to utilize it either way, but Nerfface now going to have an opportunity. Clix was isolated. Veno, even though he's managed to get back some of his white HP, does confirm that elimination onto Sid as well, but it's a matter of fact that the damage is done. It's 7th zone. He can't go for a reboot play at this point. He's just gonna have to scrap it out as a solo. and he knows just how valuable every single one of these placement
Wow.
spots is. Teams on the height at Mount Olympus taking note of his position as a solo as well. They're trying to apply a little bit of pressure here. Fortunately, Trashy Threats gonna get caught up there with Paco and Vorteca, so that will buy Veno some time to sort of recuperate his shield as well. It is just such a tragic second, essentially, that Veno splits apart from Clix, and that's really all it took for Disaster to strike.
Well, he's still closing in right now, right? Like, literally closing in on placement points. He picked up a couple eliminations, so this is not like a full net negative game by any means. If he can just earn some placement points, but I think it was very wise of him to actually finish that elimination. He had to. And the fact that he gets a little more material, we can definitely see Veno pull something off here. Let's not forget they have the
He still got a shot, man.
You know,
Like,
weather
for real.
station typically, right?
That was
As
just
far
bad
as
luck for
their
Clix,
strategy
man.
is concerned.
He sent him the wrong way, and so then they just nitroed into Clix's box. There was
Yeah, but
nothing
a
he could
forecast
do.
tower that's likely to be heavily trafficked as well at the start of the match. Didn't get a chance to really gauge just how much intervention they had on their initial rotational path, but Veno, keep in mind, Vorteca and Paco, they know he's still lingering there as a solo. They want to try, see if they can get some shots onto him. But Veno, he's just going to take the direct fight there with Sandman. But again, focused by the entirety of the lobby. This is looking grim right now, MDF. It is Veno after all. If anybody can make something out of nothing, it'll be Veno, and he does it! Delivery onto Sandman, the perfect timing
Wow,
for an
dude.
elimination. All he needs now is a chance to pick up some of that body loot, whatever there might be. One more small shield potion, but his time has been cut short. Just too many factors working against him.
And the surge, I couldn't even believe that he didn't have enough damage. But he somehow fought through that, and you know what? He's still, you gotta give credit, right?
We still got
the
Mom
placement
going in.
points, still got that extra elimination onto Sandman, but that lobby focus was just,
Savage
it
is
was just
down.
next level. And even
About
Mongrel,
Polio.
I'm noticing even Mongrel is a solo right now.
I think for many of our teams, it can be really difficult to try and work through some of
Is
these
Polo
shifty players, and
Peterbot down?
a lot of our top teams even just encountering issues with the surge in general. Booga, Aviv, they're also going to fall victim. 16 below currently. Booga scrambling, trying to see if he can apply a shot anywhere, but he's just having to break through walls. He's trying to see if he can find an isolated player, but at this point, he's basically toast. He's just going to fall right outside the box of Mixon and Blaha.
Oh, Peterbot's still up. That's not good. They need Peterbot to
This
go
is what I
down
had
right
on my
now.
mind the moment that I saw Clix and Veno go down. Peterbot and Pollo, though, shaping up to be in a very prime position to try and bring home Lobby 7 as a victory royale.
The next couple of moments are going to be super telling for Peterbot and Pollo here. If they make their way into what will effectively be closer to like a top 5, top 10, they'll have such a monstrous lead. This is where things really start to separate, but look at Mongrel, 97 below, has to fight here. He is doing his best to put up a defense, but it's just not going to be enough. Tough task, right? Storm Surge, edge of zone, solo, very tough spot to be in. Paper with the pickup onto Victor V, by the way, barely picked him up.
They were playing
Victor V
such
was
a good round,
extremely
too.
weak in there.
That just sucks, man.
And that if
They need Peterbot to go
I
down.
had to say, it was definitely a lot
Peter
of
Pot
luck
and
and
Polo need to go
circumstance
down.
just lining up for them. Given that Paper has no eliminations, by the way, so he obviously didn't
For
have
sure.
to drop anyone to save Victor V there. Things just kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, but it seems their luck may have just run out. 55 below that damage threshold. And again, we're seeing Peterbot just continue to prosper in this lobby. That mythic hand cannon caught the tail end of that elimination, but Peterbot, Pollo doing an excellent job of just staying ahead of the zone.
They're gonna catch
Now
him just
looking
off
back and
points.
thinking Miro, they've caught wind of, but they gotta be careful. Their own walls now exposed. Raze and Curly trying to see if they can swoop in onto a massive come up here, but it's the team on height that Peterbot and Pollo are bound to start taking notice of soon enough. They can tell all these players crash padding around them. They want to get involved. They've got to make sure that they stay on a comfortable layer before they go for that ultimate height challenge. Peterbot doesn't have any more crash pads, so unless Pollo's carrying all of them, it might be difficult for them to actually work their way towards the high ground, but Peterbot's found a knock onto Agers. He might have just had his loot snatched up, though, by a separate duo.
And Paper just found a full refresh as well.
Peterbot Polo just took the lead.
And this is, again, they're not doing it flashily, right? They don't have a lot of eliminations down here in this low ground, but they do have these very, crucial pickups here. Mats being found for them is going to keep them alive. This elevation change is just incredible right now, and it's going to continue to drop players down. Finally now, Muzz and Epic Whale, one of the few teams to jump all the way to low ground. Peterbot and Pollo decide to say,
jumped down to low.
Screw the
Paper
high ground,
could
I'm going down as well.
Paper could take out
And they are
Peterbot.
trying to avoid
He's good
players
enough
here.
to.
Into the top 10 we go. Miro and Pink are at 8 eliminations. This has just continued to connect well for them. Meanwhile, Paper and Victor V want this high ground. They find Duke and Sphinx there. The double crash pad to really try to fight for it. And what are the odds that there's one ready for him right there? Oh, it works against them.
Paper.
And Paper scrambling, falls to the zone there. Dukes manages to regain high ground here, regain position. He's the first to get up and over the mountain now as they start to continue their pressure, but he's completely out of material. He will have to likely fight
Clix
here.
is over there like VOD reviewing.
Made it to the tree line.
Dude, Peterbot and them are gonna run away with this with the 1.5 points. If they get the victory royale here and like, oh, they need to go down.
Catching players.
All right, let's get. Well, they're still up like 50 now. They're still up like 50 on Clix. Yeah, I'm hoping Clix wins it. I'm partial to Clix.
Into a victory royale, and success will happen here in lobby number 7. Dukes and Sphinx could not have picked a more perfect time to kind of stamp their first VR here. And
Listen to what Clix is talking about.
Comes up and spreads. Doesn't loot it, nothing, just spreads.
Might be time, to be honest.
It might be.
Don't say shit.
What are they
Go
saying?
up to Nitrodome.
It's full on con. I will. It was full on con when we were in zone there. Just as just a bunch of kids in front. No one
Let's
was
go to
playing zone on
Nitrodome.
it.
Clix, go to Nitrodome, like when you were at the Nitrodome zone, like 15 minutes or some shit.
15?
Yeah, like when you went through Nitrodome.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what they talk about
Like
here.
when you exit the zone now with the ring.
I'm gonna go 47, bro.
What are they talking
Like
about?
now, stop.
People came second. Dukes.
I think here, Mano, look.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Here is like overcooked. I think you just got straight.
Because I just saw the coin sitting there. The coin, that one doesn't send you that far. That's why I wanted to rather come in right.
It sends you like all the way to the bridge. And that's almost.
Yeah. What do you mean from here? Or do you mean the coin, like the one in front?
The one behind, the teeny one.
Oh, I thought you meant go from here.
No, I think this is
I like this.
not needed.
I mean, I asked you.
Yeah, but I didn't know either.
It's pretty cool listening to these like pros like go over their last game.
This work
On
too.
some VOD reviews to see like where they messed up.
I mean, look.
Yeah. I mean, we would have just joined them.
Question is now.
I shouldn't have done this. I wanted to hit this and like go to the thing. I thought I was gonna be able to run through the left of it, not send me as far. I should have just ran normally. Right, instead of fizzing. I didn't want to go this way.
Yeah, this is why. I didn't see this.
And I thought I was chilling from here, to be honest.
I got, bro. We were chilling,
We were
but
chilling, we
this
just
kid
didn't
just
fuck the crash
the
pads.
solo just went
Before we got the
to-
body.
Yeah.
But like here, you know, you see it, this is an area where if you just white line, I think you'd be better off.
You saying from here?
Yeah, I meant.
No,
I
no,
thought I was gonna nitro to the bridge.
It's interesting hearing what they're talking about. Oh, by the way, dude, I went and saw Deadpool today before
Yeah,
this.
that's my bad. I should've told you to get off the fucking floor.
So that was pretty sick. That movie is good. Deadpool vs. Wolverine was good. It was a really good movie for sure. Like 100%. 100% is something everybody should go see, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Alright, they're kind of done talking about what they were doing, so we'll watch some highlights. Is what? The next match doesn't start for a minute. That was interesting for sure. I definitely get like interested in like how these pros do what they're doing and they're going into zone. That's something I'm always running from it. But it seems like in these tournaments, I don't always need to be running from it, if that makes any sense. I think that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm personally learning.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the FNCS game number 7 of the day. First of the day, I guess. 7 overall is done. Dukes, Sphinx holding down height, picking up the first victory royale. And a big reminder, I'm going to keep saying it until the day's done. 1.5 times multiplier on those points. That victory royale by itself.
BRB, guys. BRB.
For Dukes and Sphinx, this is big. This is big.
I mean, yeah, what a way to start the day. As you can already see, I mean, 356 points total. You know that winning that game, plus 100 points, plus all those elims, that is moving them up the leaderboard substantially. But yeah, I mean, listen, this is going to be classic NA, isn't it, Kelly? Like one of these teams that we weren't really talking about towards the top of the leaderboard, and then all of a sudden, day 2 comes around, points are worth more, and then they just insert themselves into the conversation like, wait, could Dinks and Spooks kind of pull off this comeback win?
Isn't it crazy that we can literally take an FNCS champion and just kind of discredit them because there's so many FNCS champs competing here today that we can overlook someone like Dukes and Sphinx, and they ended off day 1 in 10th place. So, you know, obviously trying to go for that spot in the global championships after getting the first victory royale of day 2. I can expect them to keep this going.
Yeah, right. We just, like you said, we've got to keep this going, right? We cannot slip up even a second because we already saw this from Clix and Venno.
Yeah.
Kind of want to shift the conversation here, but remember, this 1.5 times multiplier, this is huge if you can put points on the board. But if you get picked off early, this means everyone else can look to catch up. For Clix and Venno, something just wasn't right here at this first game of the day, and they went down without getting too many of these points. That means everyone else was able to kind of like catch up.
Yeah, but Venno, I mean, listen, he got made into a solo situation here. Picked up eliminations by himself, so that's definitely going to be a couple of points there. Even squeaking into the top 25, pick up a couple of placement points. But this is one of those indices where it's like, okay, Clix and Venno, yeah, they kind of made it to 8th zone. As you can see, Venno has a solo. But this game, honestly, was lost way earlier than this, right? We saw that highlight earlier on where Clix literally made it out of the zone with 1 HP. They were just so far behind on the rotate for some reason. And yeah, it ended up hurting them in terms of the storm surge, positioning, everything that game.
Yeah, we showed a stat at the start of the show that Clix and Venno collectively were only solo competitors for 71 seconds. Venno, only 11 seconds was he ever solo. And I'm guessing that number has gone up quite a little bit. But Venno, obviously, regardless of whatever situation he is in, he's able to pull out just some crazy plays and keep himself going. So although this might not have been the best game, I am not counting out this duo.
Yeah, we still have 5 more, right? It's fine. It's fine. Nobody panic, please. Zeke, don't panic.
so it's up to you. What? My bad, guys. Of course that would happen when I leave the room, right?
The back of Peterbot picking up. Now they're making it to the game as a duo, and I was like, this is going to be the start, right? Now they're finding their groove, and that groove has continued into today, which, yeah, that's super scary, especially for anybody that is looking to win this competition, because now with a lead, like you mentioned, can anybody catch up?
Tired of this blank wall right here. I'm sure y'all see it.
You noticed it once
So I have this
Peterbot
print.
had that mythic hand cannon in his loadout.
I have this print.
As well as the mythic AR. Who
Made
needs
by the
a
guy that does,
dash
like,
coin
designs
when
for
you have
Obey.
two of the best weapons in the
It's actually
game
signed
on a
by him,
player
and
like
it's,
Peterbot?
what
It
is
is
it?
just
I think it's like
ridiculous.
1 of
Something needs to
200.
happen with this Rift Island.
So
they were able
my
to
brother
get
got it for me a long
50%
time ago. So
of
my
the
plan
games
is
yesterday, and they already
put
got
it right
in game
here.
for today.
Yeah,
So we
it's like,
have something
I don't know
in the
why we're letting
background.
Peterbot and Boyo roam
But I
free,
need to,
right?
like,
Somebody
see where it
please
needs
just
to
try
be.
and
I think it
stop
needs to
them.
be, like,
It ain't gonna be me, thankfully.
there.
I wanted to also talk about Miro and Pink here. Yesterday, they kind of had a really tough day number 1, but bro,
So let's
they
do
just
this.
went crazy
We're
in
gonna
this
hang this
last
thing
game.
up.
They really said, now is our time. They put eliminations on the board.
So
they
that's what
got
we're gonna
plays
do
on
right
the board.
now while
They're
we're
looking
watching
alive
this.
right now.
It's actually really, really funny. Before today, you know, kind of kicked off for NA Taco, our caster, of course, was messaging me just like what was going on with Pick and Miro, like bouncing ideas off me. And I'm just like, yeah, listen, I think it's just kind of sounds like Miro was just going down a little bit early in some of those games, but clearly figured that out. I mean, listen, if there's a statement to be made by Miro himself, right? Maybe he had a bad day number 1. Picking up 6 eliminations in game number 1 of day number 2 is definitely a way to put yourself back on track.
They had 52 points at the end of day 1. Now they have 154. I mean, Vivid, we were talking about this Kindix being able to jump up so far in the EU leaderboards, and we see Pink and Miro doing the exact same thing right now.
That's right. This is a global champion, right? We
now.
cannot forget this is a global champion in Miro, and when you
Gotta
pair him up with an
mark it.
all-star like Pink, they are likely a day 2 team, right? We have 5 more games for them to kind of say, hey, I know day 1 was kind of rough, but watch us here in day number 2. There's also like a couple of players that went crazy as well in that last game. We saw Victor V, we saw Paper, we saw Epic Fail and Muzz. I mean, dude, this first game was wild out of all of these duos. Vivid, you can really tell they are fighting for these spots.
Yeah, all of them doing very, very well. I will mention, you know, Mr. Savage and Mongrel, I wanted them to switch up their storm strategy. It looks like they did that. They were all the way up north towards Reckless Railways. Saw that they were picking up eliminations and tags there. So they have definitely come in today with a different strategy. It just needs to, you know, be ironed out a little bit over
Just
the
like
course of the last 5 games.
We got a nice
definitely
little
agree.
bit of
We
a
saw
better
some
setup
big
here.
low storm surge there, like Venno, Buga,
Congratulations to
Ua,
everyone.
so
Now y'all can
maybe
look
we'll
at
change of storm
the
surge.
Santa Murta. It's actually 172
All right,
out of
this is it. Everything's
200
fine.
days,
Everything's
so.
fine. That was a tester game. This is real game. Game number 2 of the day.
Pretty
8
cool if you ask
overall
me.
casters.
Pretty
Take it away.
cool. But yeah, I just
Thank you
wanted
guys
to
so
have
much.
something
And
up
yeah,
instead
I
of just
think
blank white.
Vivid kind of hit the
You
nail
know,
on
this
the
one of
head
my
there,
favorite
man. I mean, I don't
things
wanna
I have,
say
so.
that luck played a part because
Dang,
you
that
know,
looks
you
so
never
much
wanna
better,
just
dude.
have that
You
as like
killed
that
it.
cop-out
Good job,
factor,
guys.
right,
Killing
Meltzer,
it.
But at the end of the day, I do think Miro and Pink had an unrealistically unlucky day 1. And so seeing that bounce back out of them, jumping up 16 spots on the leaderboards from 40th
We'll listen to Clix and them off the start
Shut the swerve.
for a bit. What's
Doesn't
up,
make any
Weasel?
sense
How you
not
doing,
to
man?
fail on this one. If I have best drop, I'm going anyway.
Yep. No problem.
It would actually make sense.
Hopefully you're doing well.
Doesn't matter, actually. It would make sense for you to drop with me, but it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I see them dropping.
Yep.
I'm gonna have that to drop. They dropped too early. They can have to swerve, I think. They are going here. No, but I don't see them. They might drop. They might be dropping to the back hill. Forecast one again.
I don't see anyone. Or
Yeah, they're high above me, I think. They're high above me. High as
see
fuck.
that you get DMR.
I got a cola and a pistol. I might pad over.
I go shit.
If one lands there, I'm padding over. If they don't double land there, I'm padding over. I padded over. Wait. Yeah, he double padded. It's one guy. I'm landing
Yeah,
on him.
all you. I have nothing.
Oh, we got a shotgun. Oh my god, no.
I'm coming.
I managed to pad off. I'm 1 HP. Oh my god.
I can't really manage to do
It's
a
an
lot.
AR. I might
Try
die.
to shoot your gun at them. Shoot your gun. Build up, build up, build up.
still looking.
I lived.
Mech it.
Look at me.
I'm coming, chill.
Bro, how the fuck did he get 2 guns? He has 1 chest.
You need mech it or no?
I'm good, I made it away. I'm not gonna let that set.
Wow, my fucking heart.
Yeah,
What the
I got
heck,
you,
that
Peas,
would
I'm
have
throwing
been
shit
brutal
now.
if they
I'm
went
popping
down
minis, I'm
right
gonna
there.
go.
Give me
That
a
would have been
fucking
brutal. That would have ended
I got
their
minis,
chances
just-
for
Shut
sure.
up.
Shrek, come throw me mid.
Shit.
I have one here.
B-Weasel, man, I lose
Bro,
you?
you
Sorry,
got
I
two,
was
you got, I
doing
saw him
some
shooting
stuff
with AR,
and
so
you
I'm thinking,
threw
okay,
that
I'm
chat
175,
in.
he has an AR only. I
Good
landed
shit.
only
I might have
bullseye
lost
shotgun.
you.
I didn't hit him
If I
anything.
did, my bad,
At
brother.
least you got out. I can't lie.
I played to block the pad because I was 175. He didn't have any shield.
Yeah.
I should have.
B-Weasel,
Still
I'm
probably fucking
subscribing
50
to
away.
you.
Bro, at least you're fucking alive. I got a goddamn mark for you too.
Okay, I've
I
got
have
thermal.
purple thermal suppressor all
Okay.
this.
I'm throwing EMPs now.
My fucking heart.
Alright,
dude,
let's
I
go
can't
back
lie.
over
Bro, you don't
now.
actually know, I
It
said
looks
I
like they
blocked
got
the
it
path.
settled over there.
Crazy
Let's
whether or
see
not
what's
he's going
going
to win
on
this
over here.
exchange, but it's only a matter of time for Oliver OG. Tries to pull it off, and he can't. Unfortunate stuff there for Oliver G and Crazed. Even though Noisy was full eliminated, Tony does have the opportunity for the reboot van immediately after the fact.
That is tragic for Oliver
I think it's
OG.
straight. Looks
who
pretty
is at
straight to me.
180 points, literally climbing his way up the standings. Just unfortunate setback
Dude,
there,
this is
but
crazy,
not
man.
over yet. Now, Clix, Vino here. Sandy steps. As we saw last game, something went terribly wrong in their early battles, kind of the skirmishes back and forth. Slow them down, set them back. And then once we got to the mid game, I mean, not only did Clix get eliminated on that rotate, but they were very far off the surge, right? Given that Vino had not only found
We got
eliminations,
Dash and
but
Seek
fought
on,
back and still
God,
didn't
who
have
they
enough
on right
damage.
now? Who lands here? I can't remember now.
And they weren't the only ones either. That's the more impressive
Oh,
part, is
it's
that
Victor
team
V
that
and
we saw
Paper. See, they
yesterday
battle here.
sort
That's
of
right.
having a good grasp on in terms
Where's
of
Paper at,
managing that search threshold and making sure that they stayed well above it. Again, to see them struggle, even if it's just that first lobby of the day,
Paper?
it can still be a little concerning. But Victor V, Paper, they're trying to make sure they avoid the problem altogether. They're definitely trying to pressure Seek and Dash here, but not sold on whether or not Dash and Seek are actually willing to take this exchange. Dash now gonna take an opportunity to get some shots off onto Victor V as he rotates off the flaming booster,
Damn.
but Dash doesn't necessarily have the builds to want to continue that fight.
I think Clix and them gotta push these guys that seem to
running,
keep pushing them
A little
right
low
now.
here, running thin. Paper and Victor V are going to distance themselves, though, accordingly, and they should be just fine. Meanwhile,
Let's see what they're talking about over
I have
here.
EMPs though, you can go
Oh,
throw
yeah,
my
yeah.
EMPs if you want, and I
That's
keep
your
blowing.
meds.
I'm dropping EMPs here. I put everything here, by the way, in the roof. I dropped 3 EMPs here. Can you crash pads or not?
Nice.
Okay, I have 3 moments
Yeah,
there.
sure.
Okay, I'm throwing one on the ground. I'm gonna go farm quick and then head out. Big pot here. I'm not taking the fizz for now. I'm gonna hold minis.
I'm holding minis. We'll just switch
Where's the fizz?
on my marker. Bottom.
It doesn't even
This
matter.
house.
There's fizz up there. It doesn't matter. You got.
Dude, they need to take the fizz. Who's Dave fighting? Oh, Miro and Pink?
I don't think they gatekeeper, by the way.
It's a tough fight. That's worth listening to right now.
Position to immediately back up Pink, so they can't just outright key him for that. But a decent amount of damage having been applied from both sides
Damn.
now. Miro and Pink, though, they look as if they might be setting up.
Clix and
to just
Vino got a pretty
reinitiate
good,
here.
pretty
Miro
good
gets a
setup
chunk
here.
out of Sprite and split
I
angle
wish
approach
Peterbot
currently from Miro and
streamed. I'd
Pink.
love to have Peterbot stream pulled up too, but he usually
what's
doesn't
going on
stream
here.
these.
However, Dan Sprite might have to, yeah, I was going to say, disengage. This is a very, very bad angle for them. Completely, unadvantageous for them to keep fighting from that terrible, terrible angle. But Miro and Pink take full advantage. They found a lot of damage out of that. So either way, that's going to swing.
Damn, man.
Okay.
Got smash pad.
It's double ding team.
Yeah.
Oh
he let me
god
up,
dang, he got hit hard.
Oh, I just
man.
got headshot by someone
Might
else.
be the.
Fuck. You got it.
Yep.
60.
That's what.
I bet that's the first time he's had a scope, by the way. I got a nuke here. I'm popping it.
Actually, one back there.
They're
so-
on campfire, on campfire build bank. Go campfire build bank.
Back up.
One underneath.
Oh.
So laggy. Fuck me.
Damn,
Actually,
man.
actually, if the kids underneath just crash bad. I'm scouting quick.
Block thermal. Purple.
No, I have blue thermal. I have blue 4x.
Right.
These kids ran off, by the way. Bro, this kid insta-attacks me every time.
Where?
I don't know, it's a bug actually. I see if his
Going up, going up height?
Okay. These guys are still underneath us, by the way.
I need to hit
I'm
some of
watching
these shots for Storm
up.
Surge, or they're gonna be in trouble, man.
Ramped off.
They're
Hold on,
gonna be
you
in
pick.
trouble
Keep
if they
trading
don't
while I
hit
shoot.
any of those.
Trade as much as you want.
How much damage do you have?
I have 60. These kids underneath us are still there, by the way. They're just sitting here.
I'm minis and 2 meds. What are you?
2 minis, 2 bigs.
Going down campfire.
Just trading with someone. Not hanging.
Fuck, dude.
Where are they going?
They went,
It's in the roof. If they check the roof, they're gonna get it, by the way. I think he did. I'm getting sprayed by these kids underneath.
Dang, man.
Nothing.
Coming big.
They need to hit some of these.
They went down here, by the way. Who's showing you now?
Campfire.
Where's he peeking from? The very top? I don't see him.
Fifty, 70.
Nice. That was a nice little shot there. It's gonna help them with that
They're dropping down
Storm
now?
Surge.
60.
Oh.
You got cracked, by the way. That kid's one.
Oh.
Shoot that wall, shoot that wall.
Looking. Sorry.
Alright, pop a big, by the way, it's too low.
I don't have bigs. Give me one.
Okay, these kids move back, by the way. Popping big, dropping you big. I need to go.
So,
These
2.5,
guys ran down the hill?
1.5, that's too much.
I just headshot him and I blanked.
They're gonna have to use those med kits.
Surge base very far, by the way, looking at us. Yeah, I'm popping nitro move. Come here.
Yep.
I want to see.
This is unloaded.
Going all the way around her.
We got Cold over here fighting. What's Cold doing, man?
You know, have they just been, just, you know, ever so slightly unlucky, and that's what's, you know, allowing them to kind of stay in the conversation, but not quite in first place at the moment, because they otherwise would be. They'd literally be trailing so far ahead, but
I just
the
don't get why
standoff
they
here,
hang
Golden
out in
Acorn have
Storm
really
so
had a
much, man.
difficult tournament so far.
I mean,
But
but
when you consider that they're already
Finno knows what he's
qualified for the
doing,
global
so
championship, it does at least alleviate some of the pressure from, you know, that the other teams might actually be enduring currently, because they know I don't actually have my seat on the battle bus for Fort Worth, and I get it, but also for Acorn and Cold, I think that they've kind of just been reliving that Teddy Cammy effect, essentially, where they're just trying to prevent the team that's contesting them at their drop from actually powering through. As long as they can prevent a team that could potentially be conning them at globals, I think Acorn and Gold would definitely be happy with that performance.
Oh yeah, you know, there's such a difference,
Peter
right,
Biden
between
Polo
Acorn
are
and
still
Cold's
up, too.
capabilities.
that's
Contested
bad for
versus
them, bro.
uncontested.
That's bad for Clix
Acorn and
and
Cold
Finno.
have been one of the few fortunate duos to have ever been contested and still place
It's not
well
good
within
at all.
the top 3. That is just not something you see very often. So you give them the space to work with, especially at globals, given that they have the experience from the previous, you know, LAN event. They're going to be a favorite, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
We'll
I
just have
agree
to
with
see,
that.
you know, who ultimately ends up being, you know, qualified through, because
There we go.
you know, you don't pick your contested. They kind of pick you, right? Most of these duos just say, hey, this is my drop. Like, and if I qualify,
Dude, they
then
just hang
it
out
is
in
what
the
it is. Like,
storm
this
for
is my
so
drop.
long. Why?
So it kind of just plays out that way. And we've seen what happens when teams
Why are
try
they
to
in
switch it
there
up.
for
Just
so
more often
long,
than not,
dude?
doesn't work out. You don't have the experience built up over the whole season or year, for that matter. But
I don't get it.
talk about Cold and Acorn. Let's see what they're capable of, because they're going up against a very, very much prime
I
duo
don't
right
get
now.
it
The
at all.
Neom Zone
They're
Jason
still
here.
in zone.
It's a big, big fight, and they seem to be winning it by a large, large margin. Taste Niamzo forced to expend some big heals here. Yabzo claps back finally though, finding his first tag. The chop comes through and the
I mean, they're playing
beautiful
different than they were
48
yesterday, and I know they were in the
swings
lead,
right
but
into
with 1.5
the shield there
times
of
and
the
like
Yabzo.
as far away as they were,
But then
I
Yabzo
feel like
and
this total
Payson doing
change
a pretty
isn't a
solid job at just
good
creating
change
some
for them, if
space,
I'm
building
being
some
honest.
distance, getting a box or two
Feel like
between
it's hurting
themselves
them.
and where Acorn and Cold are currently situated. And this halt it's going to buy enough time for both parties to essentially utilize the shield resources that they needed to get back to full. But now there is concerns building on the horizon. A couple of other teams getting drawn towards the sound of all this action. TK Turtle Tavern seeming like they wanted to be involved for a moment, but actually then choosing to back off. And even further still from TK and Turtle Tavern, I believe it was Paco and Vorteca. And again, a lot of these players tending to carry 100's DMR, so it would be a lot easier than you think to get some stray shots going, which could really shift the momentum behind who's actually winning inside of those close battle box fights. So I understand the purpose for halt there between Acorn, Cole, Tayson, and Yamzo. Both those teams just too experienced to want to be victims of a third-party intervention.
That's right. Not to mention they already had the big tower there, right? Being able to just repurpose that really gives them the advantage. But talk about advantages. G-Money and Reciprocal should
I
be the
just
first
don't know
one to
what their
claim
plans are here, man.
Rift Island here.
G-Money and
Secure this
Reciprocal are
blue
going for
cachet.
that island, though. Don't know what Clix and them are
Big
trying to pull
opportunities
off
now for
right
them
now.
to go ahead and really get situated here, get going, if you will. Some upgrades are in line here. Meanwhile,
Savage
though,
and
big fight
Mongrel
unfolding
still
right
up.
now for Mr.
That's
Savage
good.
and Mongrel. This
Up
is
against
slightly outside the zone up
Japco
against Quanti and Japco. So
and Quanti, right?
Quanti and
Yeah.
Japco obviously are, you know, pretty warmed up on the standings. Their tournament performances so far tell us that they are on their way to the Globals. And Mongrel and Savage likely felt like they had somewhat met their match, so they back off right into another team, by the way. So
They
not
backed
just
off
a
into
clean
Paper
rotate, but
and Victor
directly into
V.
a face check. Paper
See,
and
this
Victor
is
V
them what
were
I'm
trying to
talking
rotate
about. If they were
inside.
aggressive on that other team, they don't back up into
This
Paper
is
and
not
Victor
looking
V.
good right now for Mongrel.
That's what they're
Almost
doing
out of shield
wrong,
here.
man.
And not only that, but now they might potentially get
That's what they're
sandwiched.
doing wrong,
Quanti
in
and
my
Yapko,
opinion.
they were just underneath that surge damage threshold. Even though Mongrel and Mr. Savage are above, I'm almost expecting Quanti and Yapko to begin trying to key into somebody's box soon enough here, whether it's Victor V and Paper or not. But Victor V and Paper, they were kind of just rewarded for their patience. They spent a lot of time hanging out at their initial drop there at Pantheon Path, hoping to try and cut off some of these other teams. And again, I think initially aiming for that dead side rotate, as you'd highlighted. But now, Mr. Savage and Mongrel, they're actually gonna opt. I think they want to go fishing.
Yeah, they're trying to distance themselves, obviously, and play into a new angle here. But every which way they go, they're finding more and more teams. And look, now their focus is kind of aimed at that team that just moved
Oh,
out.
they need material.
Expended a lot in that battle there. You know, this is one of those decisions that it's not your first choice, but it's the hand that you've been dealt, right? You got to get your mats up. There's no
That's
way
crazy, man. That's
rotate
just
into
crazy.
into the mid game.
They were in that
them,
zone
otherwise
for
you
so
will
long, and
literally
somehow
have
it
to
just
fight
panned
against
out
a quick
perfect
refresh.
for him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch to
Popping.
his
There's
chat.
people opposite north, by the way.
Stop. Looking. Let's not trade.
This is too close for comfort, by the way. If we might even kill him. If he peeks like that again, we're gonna kill him, by the way. He can't double trade us.
Okay.
Wait, he wants to. It's fucking not real.
Go ahead.
Fucking out back. We have to move here, by the way. We should run out of there. Come here.
Repeat. Start looking too. Looking.
Dropping right. He tagged me once. You good?
Come over.
I'm running through here. I've got more nitro back. Popping
Some
another
more
one.
kids.
Yeah, okay, I'm running a bit. I need a big in a second.
Oh. Crash padding.
They crash padded. I might look for that.
Yeah.
Crash pads here if you need.
Good.
They edged in front. I'm just gonna go edge. They pop big. They box,
Yeah.
Nexus.
Edge is
Come.
smart.
Come.
Oh wait, on our right, spring. Being fed.
No, I'm not holding.
I can.
Yeah,
Keep. I need popping.
Go for it.
Come down,
I did. Holding.
Big X wall. I gave up. Making one box.
Why are they getting
Watch out, we have to make space
bro?
away. Make space away. Because this is where the server's gonna shoot us. I'm facing us a bit. Don't lie.
Walk to the right wall. Okay.
A lot of people need to die now.
They're gonna nitro. Move back.
Move back. One box up.
150. You didn't hit me. I'm chilling now. I'm chilling. Just wait.
Yeah. No, wait.
Watch out, that wall's out of it. Yeah, they're dying.
Yeah.
On my died, by the way. Pickaxing?
Yeah, that's
Everything
fine.
minions
One. I'm waiting for this kid to smack.
I don't see where he is. He's like on the backside. I had to sit back down.
5 seconds.
Yeah, someone's gonna pull.
Died?
He died.
One died. I saw
I think they
it.
both died.
Yeah.
I saw first as he died. No, one's still dying.
Green needs to die.
Go up. We just need to go.
40 away.
Yeah, comes me. He had medkits. I got medkits, nitro. We wait.
Come.
Where's it?
Right here. No, not little thing.
Yeah, nice. Alright, we just crash back from here. I don't know for us. I'll phase us. I think it's okay. We go east.
Nice.
I'm making it here.
Yeah.
I'm ramping it. No one here. Running here.
Dang,
got
what a
back towards
rotate,
congested,
dude. Sorry guys, I'm
Closing
just
the-
kind of
Watch out,
amazed
crash
by
pad in
this
the sky, crash pad in
rotate,
the sky,
dude.
mid-phase.
They're killing you, maybe.
This
No,
rotate was
just land
sick.
mid-phase. Maybe that's right here. Right?
That rotate was fire, dude.
They're not getting spread. No drop medkit. Take this. 49 alive. I don't think there's gonna be search for this game.
I'll be mid. Or I'm
In
waiting.
front of us,
32
might be able to
seconds.
service
Probably
right. Let's
not.
get in front.
There's
5-0,
already
5-0, 2 bigs,
31
2
teams left and 54
Yeah,
people.
max.
So we're talking about
One
7
medkit.
solos right now.
Fizz.
So being a duo is strong, dude.
I'm in a box here if
Super
you want to go
strong.
up south.
I think we didn't keep it with
Nah, they're really good, brother.
Clix
Watch out,
chat.
there's no sprint or anything.
Click's
It's running
sound until they're done. But we
It's
got
running
Mongrel
mid-side. They have
and
full gas,
Savage
they're
is
east.
down. I don't know where he went down, but
Let me see,
Savage is down. We got Mongrel and
Is it
Tony.
ring?
Mongrel
Close this
just
ring
got
again. Oh, it's not close.
completely murdered there.
I mean, we can just run
Wow.
I have 5 crash pads.
the ring. Yeah, I mean,
Wow,
there's no one
dude.
on this side, but I don't know.
Wow.
We'll just crash bad. We can just hold these hits north. Everyone's fine north.
Yeah.
Sit back
That's
in
crazy,
this bush and
man.
just look.
As good as
Watch out,
those
see
two
when it-
guys
we can shoot
are,
these kids at the sky.
I don't understand why they're not connecting it like as a good team. And I'm
Crash
still
landing,
thinking
never
it's
seen.
because
Wait,
they're
thinking
not
over our
playing
heads.
aggressive like they
Crash
normally
landing on the
would.
left. Look.
Another one.
I feel like
Another
that's
one,
the
another
problem. They gotta play
Make it nice
aggressive.
over
What
me.
are they doing?
one.
64.
Alright, hard.
I like how I never thought about this,
You
but
got that?
using the bush as like a extra shield
Look,
and
look.
building a box around it and playing out of that. So that's one thing I've picked up
Me
through
no.
watching this
Crash
past
on me.
few.
One.
Oh
And then-
god. 2 days, sorry. I've been
tough,
getting up
it's
for
tough,
work
it's-
every day at 6 o'clock, bro. I'm on like a 14-day, 30-day, I
this
don't
one's
know,
audience.
man.
Watch out.
100-day streak, it
Gotta
feels
get it.
like.
You good?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Almost in. I'm building.
Go ahead.
You good?
Do you have big or no?
Nah, 60 fizz.
Yeah,
One med kit.
I'm big. I have
Being
1 big,
sprayed.
2 nucleus.
Bring this kid front.
Crash pad above us, maybe? Care?
Yeah, we're good.
In front of you. Look,
Yeah, I see. I hit it.
Left wall.
One out.
Swing.
Hundred.
Got body.
Yeah, nice. Come on.
Here, back. It's wide open.
I blocked it. We're good. Finished.
Good job.
I'll use the 60 fizz. I'm using 60 fizz to heal when I'm taking it.
Remember when Clix
You can still look at him, by the
your
way.
gun to spray guns. If you see.
Okay, the DMR.
Right here.
In the box, he just got.
Better?
You dead. Hold. You hold.
Holding.
Hey, we're barely in there.
You're fine. Get loot.
Boxed.
Hold it. That shit.
Nice for now.
What a shot, dude. What a play,
They've only
dude.
got DMRs.
No
Wait,
problem.
Holy hell, dude. That was some
Listen, I have
great
one big,
plays
what do you
right
have?
there.
1 second. I don't even have anything. Wait a
100
second.
fizz, actually. 100 fizz.
Yeah, where's my lower one? Did I use it all?
Yeah, you must have used it all.
Okay, yeah, sure, use that. There's minis here. I took that. I have 1 big, 3 minis.
Okay, listen, 80 fizz, 2 nucleus, 5, 1, 3. Okay?
80 bit. Wait, say again?
80 fizz, 2 nucleus, 6 crash pads, 5, 1, 3.
80 fizz. Bro, I'm so confused. Say that shit again?
6 crash pads, 80 fizz, and 2 nucleus.
Okay,
5, 1, 3.
okay, I'm 553. Might come through the
Clix
top.
base on edge.
Yeah, come on.
With you.
Move. Guessing gonna land like next to us, well then.
Metal.
Yeah. Round.
Okay, be ready now. Just sit put and wait.
Yeah.
Should have carried the medkit maybe or whatever.
I can bring.
No, it's whatever at this point.
I'm playing
Nah,
with
it's
him.
fine. It's fine. Counter.
Okay, be ready now. Lurk and be ready. People are gonna fight again.
Here's us the full.
Can you, yo, give me auto break. I'm 5, 1, 3.
Yeah, I'm 5-3-3 right now.
Damn, they're in a good spot, dude. For real, y'all see this?
Peter dead, just so you know.
This is
Oh,
pros
wait,
right
almost,
here
yeah.
playing, dude.
Big one, big check.
Get look here. I don't know if we go.
Try.
They're about to run for it. Someone's running for it. Look. You can shoot. Cracked.
Fuck.
I did 70.
Nice try, bro.
Yeah, he Clix
We
missed
can go
that.
back for
Here,
our top.
take my crash pads, take my crash pads.
Why? Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Just let me know when to nuke it. Or,
I think you just use your tarp, Venom,
Yeah, we just use our top, yeah.
there.
for once.
That's real.
It's 400 wood. I don't know if I built it. I don't know what the...
He's dead, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Can you jump up here quick?
Peter Bot's gone?
Say some shit.
That's clutch for them, dude.
Hey, wait, yeah.
Give him 100 metal,
Let's
maybe.
see, yep, Peter Bot is
I'm
gone, so they're
5-3,
good.
150.
They gotta get some points, they gotta catch them right here. They need like a top 5.
I'm scanning it for a block.
Top
So
five
who's
for
up
sure,
there? We
man,
might end
yeah.
up getting killed blocked here.
Remember, you have crash
We're
pads.
good for now. Yeah, I know. Remember, sprint before every rotate.
Yep, got it.
I don't know if I forgot to run. These guys are getting sprayed a bit.
For the best match.
Yeah, tap sprint.
Read elevation, by the way. Pulls up. Stay up.
I got high. High's on right side.
Get out,
Go,
come on.
Go, yeah.
I'm gonna
Go.
pop in nuke, pop in nuke.
Yeah, come to me. Out there. And drop me heads. I'm dropping you 1 million here. Pop it. Drop me heads.
On my house.
Okay.
5 0 0.
Pulls max, get up the hill.
You take my minis?
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you.
Okay, come here.
Thanks. Wait.
Making space here, making space. We pause. Get on my wall. I made space. Get me.
1 1.
Make more space here. We chill here.
Yeah.
We look for it. We
They're
look
in
for
a
a
good
refresh.
spot,
guns,
dude.
spray
They
your
just
guns,
need
no?
to play
Spray your
this
Come
guns.
on,
right.
wall. Come here, I'm medicing.
We got Baka. Is he gonna go for height? Nah,
Living it.
he's trying to
We
hide
wait,
out.
we
He's
wait.
a solo.
You have both, by the way.
65 below there, so he's
Yeah.
gotta
Go back
find like
down.
one shot, dude. He can't play totally passive like he wants. He's
Drop.
still 56 below.
Jump. Kiss an layer. Watch out.
On you.
You can pre-hit them.
Yeah.
If we don't get
Come,
free,
come,
you can pre on that. Okay, yeah. I don't have it on yet.
They went back, they went back.
Yeah.
You're in a wood, Venom. What are you?
Drop
Oh,
let
that
me,
got
let me
him
in, let me in
in
now. Let me. You're into crash pad if it pulls uphill.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any.
No, he,
I have it.
yeah, he knows, he knows. Close.
Stall on near the wall.
Come back, come back.
No
Okay.
mats.
Okay.
Hold back, hold back.
I got it.
Guys, you need to spray your guns more.
Got it,
Venom.
got it, got it.
Okay, recover mats. Come here.
What if you? Wait, I'm going.
Get out. I'm holding him.
Mom.
Okay.
What if you?
I'm getting died. I'm getting to you.
I'm 2 builds.
I'm on your left. Come.
With you.
Jump in front. Low gun 3.
Okay.
Come in. I'm coming up by left.
No mats.
Shoot your guns. Shoot your guns.
Come forward, I'm out of builds now. I have like 3 builds.
Shoot your
Dropping
guns.
you.
Shoot where you are.
Spray layer. Spray the layer.
Gunnies. Sure.
I got pumps. Popping now.
Are you ready? Wait.
Come forward with me. Come forward.
Hold.
Stand it. We stand.
Alright, so we're in the top
Run,
8.
Bobby. Come in.
Run.
Run. With you.
Nice.
Waiting for you.
I made it.
Yeah. I'm going back to
Nice.
the
Top. It's gotta be like top 7.
I'm down. You're getting pushed by solo in the back.
Ah, top 5. That's what they needed, though.
Wow, that's somebody just playing dead jets.
That's what they needed. That was a good game for them,
With
honestly.
6.
It's not
So we'll
bad.
switch back over to the main now.
And final stage.
Look at who's there. Batman Booga. If y'all were here yesterday, I said Batman Booga is the guy to watch out for, dude. Him and his team, bro. Batman Booga.
He's got a big 5
He's
elims
turned
right
it
now.
on recently, man.
And Clix doing what he can to try and grab that scattered loot, but he's gonna get cut off from being able to continue still. Rapid, he's got Agers on the other side of this wall. Agers, though, gets the knock onto Rapid. Batman Booga left to try and fend for himself. Agers, not particularly healthy by any means, but he's managed to move up. He's gonna have to drop layer switch one more time, back to the ultimate low ground, trying to break through these pre-existing builds.
14,
Elimination credit finally goes off there for Rapid, but it's threats underneath him. He's gonna play the ultimate spoiler card now. Bolt and Bryce looking all but
Batman
confirmed
Booga
here
top 3.
for this
Bolts
Victory
and Bryce
Royale
got
MDF.
this.
And look at the points,
Unless
right? This is going to jump
Manchester City
them way
Threats
up
got a
into the
bunch of
conversation. They were
makers.
doing, honestly, just fine without the multiplier. Now with the multiplier, Victory Royale under these circumstances are going to give them such a huge swing up and give
Game
them a
over,
real
dude.
chance to be your champions. But right now,
What a
first
game
of all,
that was,
Game
dude.
8 is locked and loaded.
What a
and
game.
they do it
Clix
once
did what they
again.
needed to do. Peterbot went
Who
down.
would think, right,
I think they took the lead.
even
But now
fathom that a
the
team
problem
can pick
is
up
Bolts and them
multiple
got a lot
wins
closer
under
with
this,
that Victory
again, type of
Royale,
competitive
dude.
setting, given that we have the
That's
most
a game
competitive
changer.
roster we've ever seen on NA taking place right here, right now.
And I think that one of the other crazy aspects to consider as well is that Bolts, he's actually had the second most damage dealt, but he's only had roughly around 8 eliminations. Granted, that shifted towards the end of this last lobby, but it's just the fact that they haven't necessarily even been getting their full credit for the
That's
eliminations
crazy,
they
man.
could potentially have been securing. And yet, these kinds of conversions into Victory Royales, credit where credit is due, though.
That's
I
crazy.
respect the attempt there from Threads. It's just a very distinct health difference here that made this win really possible for Bryce and Volts MDF.
That's
But
crazy.
I mean, things are definitely heating up right
Clix
now in
and them should still
NA.
be
Gotta
in
see what
first, for
happens
sure.
next, though, right after this short break.
Let's see what they're talking about during the
Then we
break.
killed in zone, so then I could have built you off.
There you
Because I didn't
go.
know a kid was jumping on my back. That kid just hit me with a one pump.
Who's body in zone?
Right before you died. That I killed. Or we killed. You killed.
Wait, what should we have done, sir?
We should have went for that body right away instead of having a 4-second interval where we
Pick
did
up.
nothing.
I mean, I
I'm
couldn't
gonna
go for it.
eat.
guys.
No, I was talking
I
to
still
myself.
took
Like,
this and I was going to zone.
I should have went for it. I waited for it to pull. I was scared of height. Did you go on the...
What the heck was that?
Yeah.
Somebody invited him.
That's what we like to see, brothers. We like to fucking see.
It wasn't bad at all, dude, honestly. That was a good game for him.
He made a mistake that game.
Which mistake?
Should have crash battered on height.
Yeah. We did have spray weapons.
No, I had a DMR, but actually no, I got him forward at the end, but it's just because they applied no pressure the entire game. No pressure, none. They had DMRs. They applied nothing.
Right here? Why am I waiting 3 seconds for you to come back?
Yeah.
And then it clicks. And right here, I didn't know one was in zone
Yes.
until fucking you said it. You said it, and then right when you said it, I died. It's all good though. At least we know the mistake that game. Did High have 0 mats?
I don't know. I mean, it just pulled uphill. I don't think they had 0 mats, but like they just had no pressure. They had DMRs.
Gotcha.
Like we didn't get sprayed once that game, and it pulled all the way uphill.
No, you're
Yeah.
100% right.
Okay, yeah. I realized why they couldn't spray. They have 0 bullets in their guns.
Oh, that makes me so mad, bro.
They have mats. They just have 0 bullets.
Yeah.
But like, it's the most luckiest zone to have 0 bullets on. You're losing it any other game.
Back out. You're good. Alright. I'm gonna do some push-ups. I'll be back. I shouldn't have did that, Ellie. Yesterday, only 3 hits. I'm playing good.
Yo, you here? How long touring game? I can't even see.
5 minutes. 5 minutes 30.
How did Savage do that game, by the way?
They're not getting surge guns. Back-to-back games, no surge guns.
Yeah, switch the game, but I can't see it.
Got back.
When I come back, we'll change skin. I'm gonna go to the toilet.
Wait until we're ready. Ready?
We're quad globals, bro. Let's go. Oh my god. Let's fucking go. Let's
globals.
go, man.
You could have called globals with fucking
Sorry,
Blood
felony,
X.
bro.
Order him some food for us. You know, I was a little hungry.
You,
ordered some
remember when
sushi,
I said about that pre-edit?
so
Like, you need to
got
wait.
that to look forward
I said
to.
I can get a pre-edit.
I may turn off
Yeah,
the
I
cam
mean, I
when
don't
that
think
gets
I don't even
here.
think he was there, was he?
But he was in the one back. But like, I can keep moving forward. I would have jumped forward and kept going.
That game was just a Red Bull game.
Agers was there, somehow able to get another elimination after elimination as a solo. These teams are in the top of the competition, the 50 best teams in the world, because regardless of going down a player, they are still able to make these insane clutch plays.
Okay, you got me hyped, Kelly, because now we got to
Good.
ask the question, what do these standings look like? Wow. Let's take a look together. Let's take a look here at the very
Yep,
top of
told
your
you.
leaderboard. We're just going to throw some names
Clix
around
up
here.
by 6.
Clix and Veno overtake Peterbot and
Then look at
Pollo
Bolts
in
and then-
this game. Remember, last game, it was Peterbot Pollo show. Now we flip-flop, but it's only a 6-point lead. But look right behind them, Bryce and Bolts, because of that victory royale. They have just said, you know what? We're all fighting for this now.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, it's not awesome having somebody like on your tail right when you're in the lead, like Clix and Benoit right now, and then Peterbot and Play right. There was kind of like this like 2-team race, and I feel like they'd be like all right with that. They'd be like confident in that. Each team would be like, yeah, no, we got this. Then when a third team kind of enters,
You're
the
kinda like, oh,
conversation,
shit.
that's when I feel like I would get a little bit nervous because now there's even more of a chance that one of these other 2 teams kind of take the lead from you.
Veno and Clix
Y'all listen to them for a
showcasing
minute.
that it's not just the Veno show. No, Clix here with 3 eliminations. And if I'm not mistaken, able to get another one as well. And I really appreciate the fact that they didn't go for height here. They didn't have the mats. Instead, they stuck to the low and mid ground, and that's where they were able to thrive.
They can't skip a beat though, right? We're not done. This is just game 8. We still have 4 more games to go. They have to stay locked in. But man, this fight at the top against Peterbot and Pollo going back and forth. In this game, Peterbot is left as a solo, right? Because Pollo goes down. And we saw the same thing from Veno and Clix last game, right? We're just swapping hands on these plays right now, Vivid. It's so close here at the top.
Yeah, crazy here, right? I was like, oh, I saw Pollo go down. I believe it was to actually cold. And then I was like, yeah, I mean, that definitely stings, but Peterbot's still alive, so I can't believe Peterbot only got 20th place as a solo. Like, we're used to seeing, like, what, like top 5 out of him?
Look
for
at
that.
Batman
But,
Booga still in the top 10. My call, bro.
Early elimination right there onto Pollo.
He's
We've
still
got him in a
hanging
rough
out
spot
there.
in that game right there, but still 4 left to do it. Interesting to see them kind of go down early and get separated like that. I thought they had that figured out. Maybe not.
The fact that Peterbot was put into such a rough position, he was literally smacked in a box between 3 separate teams and somehow was still able to grab an elimination, get some good materials from the refresh, and hold out for as long as he did. I don't care what people say about him. He is one of the best players in the world, regardless of the position that he is put into.
Talking about more good players here, Kelly. We got to highlight Victor V and Paper. Come on. It's our favorite, the most wholesome man on this lobby right now. Victor V and Paper looking to hold it down right now in your top 5. And if they just hold on, if they just keep up that consistency, we will see them at the Global Championships. And then I can high five Victor V.
I am very openly a Paper and Victor V fan. I mean, I would love to see this duo kind of pull through. We've talked about the storyline so many times. Kelly mentioned the fact that Victor V's dad is literally their coach, live coaching them whenever they're kind of playing throughout some of these games, right? New duo formed this season, had an awesome interview that kind of stole the hearts of all of the fans of Fortnite competitive, and then the reactions, right? Kelly, he's getting so much more confident on camera because he's on camera all the time because of how well they're doing.
I might be mistaken here, but didn't Victor V fizz crash pad and eliminate someone in the air, or am I mistaken?
Oh, he did.
What a competitor. Victor V, the young blood, joined by the veteran of Paper. This is not a duo that I expected to be on the level that they are this weekend.
I know, and just before we go, I wanted to just tip the hat there to Baka, a solo clutch. We saw a replay of him flying through the air, landing in a box, and 1v2ing a duo. I mean, guys, everyone here is clawing, fighting for one of these top 10 spots going to the Global Championships. With that being said, we have to jump back into the action. Game number 9 is ready, so find your seats on the bus. Let's go.
Thank you guys so much. And yeah, just about anything is possible right now, Monster. But respect to Baka as well, because even when he was surrounded by Clix and Venom, he still waited for that perfect moment to attack, just staying as hidden as possible inside of the cone. And he's not the only one. All of these players trying to secure placement right now.
Yeah, that was just excellent work from Baka, really showing us what he is capable of by himself, right? And you don't really see players play that smart, that strategic, and the amount of recycled crash pads that he pulled through really showed us that he was absolutely determined to make some big placement points count in that round in specific. So with that being said, I mean, we are halfway through day number 2 right now. We're jumping into this next game here.
Game number 9 is on the line currently. And who is going to look to take it home? We've seen a couple of pretty strong contenders kind of punch their way up the leaderboard. And after Bryson Bolt's last performance, MDF, they have to be on everybody's radar as a dark horse contender for sure.
Matches? Yeah, 100%, right? They have been popping in. They're winning fights. They're earning placement points. And also, so is Paper. So is Epic Whale. So is Muzz, right? There are other duos that are really showing out today. Teams that had life yesterday, but are having just as much life today when it matters even more, given the fact that there is a point multiplier. So it just doesn't get any better for any teams other than playing great today. That is literally all that matters. This is a triple contested drop. Obviously, you can see Antonio and D-Link win their
crazy.
Yeah, and then you got MPen and Pump just kind of lurking there, still trying to figure out like how to get their footing back on track.
It's more so Antonio and Z-Link, they go cross country. They dropped opposite end of the map. They've typically been landing over towards Mount Olympus.
Trying to look.
And kind of contesting the likes of like Vert and Kylie, for example, but instead that surprise con against Day and Sprite, it just completely deleting them before they have a chance to respond. And unfortunately,
let's listen to what Clix and them are talking about.
They're gonna get focused. Fuck's sake.
They're angry.
If you time this well, you have to watch if they push you. You can time this well and get it. Focus on getting mats, you don't need shotgun. Oh, shield. Focus on getting mats and sprint and crash pads and shit.
Oh, they took Vino down. Dang, why is flapping them over there anyways? Hold on a sec.
Get on top of this building and see if you can see what they're doing.
This Chris.
Because you could go now. Fizz, pop Nitro in front. Do they come down or not? Look to see if they're in front of you. Yeah, I think you can go now. Go left of the ring, hit the ring. Wait. Did you see someone now?
Did I?
No, okay, you're good. Let's go.
Should he not get a shotgun?
I think I should get a shotgun real quick. But no.
Go on quick then.
That's what they told him. Then yeah, that's fine.
Pick yourself the pool and then go hit the Nitro on the road.
I mean, you could literally 1v2 these kids and not trolling.
Wait, let me just get a shotgun.
Sorry, got a word call there.
Maybe big to crash bets. Maybe. I don't know.
2 drones outside. 2 drones outside. Come on, go fucking gatekeeper, please, or some shit.
Nice.
Got a shotgun. Okay, go around left. Then you can hit the Nitro thing here. Go to the ring, and then... Oh, you don't have Fizz.
You saw him build or no?
Wait, is he up there? Look up, look up. No. Oh, you're good. They boxed on it.
Oh,
They don't have anything. Do you? Wait, he's outside the box, outside the box. Nitro from his, I don't see it. Nitro from his. We're gonna be running on water.
Just use that one. Use that one.
Go to the, not use this one to go to the ring.
Damn, Vina went down quick. Clix gotta save this one.
I'd be getting caught there, I don't know. Just go reboot as soon as possible. Use your crash pad, use your crash pad. Then look at the sandy side, quick. Be good. Nice, good job.
Nice.
Yeah, up, pop, sprint, okay, and ramp up the building. Ramp up the building.
Yep.
Nice. That was a nice save by Clix. That might be the play right there. If they win the pickaxe, that's the play, dude. That's the play we all gotta remember.
I don't see
You know what I mean?
I'm doing
If that's the play. That's one we all gotta remember.
Just go farm metal straight away. They coming towards? What are they doing?
Nope. Making sure they don't.
Okay. Go farm metal.
Oh, you big.
Worry about Surge later. I'll have barrels to get me to full.
Oh, sorry. I did it. EMP's front door.
Okay, good.
Open down.
That might be the save right there, dude. That's the save.
We said well name.
Like, I'm happy I got you up. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but you said my name, that's what I mean.
That was the save.
Put a
right
real
there.
damper as far as their search strategy is considered, as well as the fact that forecast tower, I mean, that basically goes out the window at this point. I don't think that they're going to be able to actually try and make a play for forecast this game. But at the same time, everything should be just prioritized on getting some surge early.
Seems like that was a very interesting turn of events, by the way. You saw that the duo in the distance was a completely different team, right? That kind of took that surge mountain and probably affected how other players were deciding to kind of stick around there. But meanwhile, man, every time we jump in with Pars and Baka, it just seems like, you know, everything's going wrong. What is happening right now? Is it just Baka being Pars having a bit of an off day and you know, Baka really forced to dig deep here and climb his way out the trenches, right? Because it just continuously seems like that's the way the story's playing out here.
Well, he did it in the last game as a solo situation, but this is not a circumstance that you want to try and have to repeat off in the distance too. You see Baka slowly but surely getting surrounded, Death and Edgy actually gonna opt.
We're gonna listen to that for sure.
Yeah, what's that
I'm
as well?
checking ring quick. I checked ring, I don't
Who's
see
in the
anyone.
bush, by the way?
I'm looking, where? Oh yeah, they're running again, running. 95? I might doing this without a scope. You got cracked.
I'm gonna get the bot.
You're cracked. They're on match, by the way, don't they?
Looking.
Look. They got cracked, they're on match.
Good body.
Finish it? You get it down,
I didn't get anything. I think
They
live
both
out.
died.
Yeah, they both died. Kid on it?
Mark, get that shit.
Perfect.
I'm putting it in the hole.
You go put it in, okay? I'm looking at tag quick. There.
Good shit, man. You're fucking in him.
Wow, that was insane.
Yeah, 170
dude.
damage.
Nice, well played. I got nothing.
I got my
So
forks now.
lucky Clix picked him back up, and they got the surge tower
Baka
now.
needs to escape.
Definitely are here, still putting
That's
pressure
crazy,
in on
dude.
Vodka. But obviously,
Crazy.
Vorteca and crew, you see them putting up those builds, so this is getting a little dangerous right now. And then enter new competitor Cooper and Kanata. They're in the different distance right now. Cooper's on foot. Kanata putting pressure from the hillside. This can really just go either way for any team right now. But everyone very likely understanding this is a pretty bad spot to be in. Baka, though, just the worst, right, of all the teams here, just in the worst of the worst positions. 8 material. The fact he's even willing to move first tells us that he's desperate. If he wants a shot at doing anything this game, he has to get out of here.
Dang, man.
It might just work, and he
How's
might even be
Baka still
able
up?
to go down towards the dock and get some fish going for himself. He can fish potentially and just hope that he remains out of sight, out of mind for those 3 teams
got Miro
engaging
battling.
at the ship-it station now. Pink and Miro, though, in an engagement of their own.
Link and
Z-Link, Antonio. They rotated out from the
Antonio,
underworld after
whatever.
their successful eliminations onto Sprite and Day, and now they want to see if they can keep that ball rolling. But Miro and Pink, they've definitely got more than enough
Clicks in
life
them,
left
you know,
within
that,
them.
if we're being honest, dude,
So
they
they're
lucked
trying to see
out
if they can
with
maybe
the way they
convert
got
this
zoned,
to
bro.
2 eliminations in their
Especially
favor.
with Vino
They
going
played
down
for
so
the Lions
early,
bunker
that
throughout
was
the
like
course of yesterday.
perfect
They secured it in
case
4 out of 6 of the
scenario for
lobbies.
them. Let's see what they're talking about, because that was like
Fizz,
best
6
case
nitro.
scenario.
Yeah, counter fizz, 2 crash pads.
They can
I'm
just
landing on the
farm
south
metal, they can farm everything they need back
People on
up.
TNE split build a base.
Oh, me, team me.
Oh
Okay.
my
Oh,
god,
shit.
where did they even come from?
He's fucking beating me midair. Oh, I need help.
I'm coming. I don't even against you.
Box.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Hey, one's looking at me now. One's looking at me. The only one on you.
I'm 1 on HP though.
Yeah, they're both looking at me. Both looking at me.
I'm
Shield
alive.
up.
Yep. That kid's fucking cheating.
120.
Nice, Feno. Well played. Good med kit.
Vino's
No,
killing
2
it.
big fizz.
Got it.
Can buy medkit though. They're both just down top by the way. I'm gonna move back just so they don't crash right on me. I'm moving to the vending.
God bless.
He's fizzing?
I need you to look at me. I can get
Yeah,
you.
okay. I'm trying to help you. Wait, one's looking at you. One's looking at you. I'm getting tagged by them.
You have
Going
time,
on.
Clix. You have time.
Just run to the tunnel now. You're good now.
I'm running too.
Yeah. So watch out for a crash pad.
No.
I'm looking at them. We gotta watch out back here as well.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go buy shit quick.
He shouldn't be running in the open much now. He needs to get.
Yeah, come to me. I'll buy you medkit.
Yep, right behind you.
He's one shot to gold MR.
Looking at me. They are.
Yeah.
They are looking at me. They're looking at me. Team that
Come
fucker.
Come soon.
Yeah. I'm good.
Wish I didn't clear any
Wow,
of this
that
shit.
kid was
Wow,
fucking
that was crazy,
hitting
dude.
probably
How did
cheating.
he get out of
Online
that?
It's probably has it.
It's
I
definitely
bought
the
3
cheater,
bigs.
100%.
That's the shit. I'm popping a big. There's gonna be 1 spare here, 1 for you. I can buy medkits.
Yeah, I got
What
3.
should you have?
3 bigs, 100 fizz. No crash pads though. I do
Okay,
stuff.
2 bigs fizz. I didn't clear this by the way, watch out. Okay, there's no one in the roof.
Yeah.
His fizz is spare. I'm popping a nitro.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
killing
move
2
around.
nitros as well. She goes.
I'm gonna move around, see if I can get some tags on them, refarm a bit.
Let's not be
Just
too
go
split
back.
up now.
Hey, just go back and metal farm. I'm gonna run towards main.
Yeah.
Next one falls on us. I'm farming here quick before I do anything. They're not on the base anymore. I'm farming this metal, and then I'm gonna go have a little scout for them. I need 1 big if you find
Dang,
it.
dude. That was crazy, man. That was nuts to watch, for real.
So it could just be aura at
That
this
was
point.
nuts to
When
watch.
you really break it all down, MDF, I think that after watching Vena's performance throughout the course of yesterday, and that's not to take away from Clix by any means either. I think Clix did a great supportive measure, and he was certainly clutching up in his own regard throughout yesterday's lobbies, but Veno he just looked like Veno on a grand stage. It's a completely separate tier of player to deal with, and so I can understand hesitation in that sense.
Well, a lot happening here.
This has been a
Standoff
crazy
occurring,
game
teams
for
starting
Clix
to
and
get
Veno.
situated, the Nitrodrome.
If they can pull off
No
a top
different.
10 after Veno
Kanata
going
and Cooper
down
played
early and
this split
everything that's
play
happened,
style again,
just a
and,
crazy
You know,
game,
Kanata and
dude.
Cooper have been at somewhat of a
Once
standstill,
again,
right? Dead
this
stuck
could be
in
the
their
game that
tracks.
wins
They
them the
came into the
pickaxe.
tournament with
I mean,
about the same
Clix to
amount
be
of
able to
points.
get
I'm really
that
not even sure if they've
reboot, Clix
managed
to be able to
earn
survive that
anything of
craziness.
significance. And
Dude,
that is
I'm telling
super
you.
uncharacteristic for
This
someone
could
like
be the
Kanata,
game for sure.
especially given that he's always performed well in an FNCS finals
This could be like
type
the
lobby,
game we talk
set
about.
lobbies. This is his setting. This is his, you know,
We got 39 teams left, 76 players, so only 2 solos. So Storm Surge is definitely going to come into this game.
What he is capable of.
Definitely. 14 more placements until we
start.
Like, oh, placement points. So.
This is really what I was waiting for. I was actually surprised in the last lobby that we didn't see Peterbot and Pollo on top of Rift Island. They're actually beat the punch by G-Money and Reciprocal,
As you can see right now, Peterbot and Pollo are tied.
Especially, he wants his Mythic Hand Cannon
with Clix
back under his control. He's going to do everything he can to kind of force Z-Link off from the centerpiece of this island, and Pollo's already basing up, making sure that they have control of that capture point, but Antonio at the same time, a little bit more split from Z-Link than he'd probably like to be.
So close. Honestly,
once Peterbot and Pollo
if
confirm
Paper
the
and
point
Victor
and get that
V
loot,
get a win, they could
start
even
fanning
get
out.
right
They're
back
gonna
into
start looking for
this.
eliminations. They know that if they want to try and maintain that first place position, they've got to start really separating themselves from that 3-horse race that's currently taking place.
I love how willing they are to just fight for this capture point, fight for the checkpoint that they came here for. It's clearly the objective of the drop, and they are just putting everything on the table. And it's working out for them because they have the damage now starting to add up too as far as the Surge is concerned, but some additional tags come in from onlookers in the distance there.
This is crazy, dude.
Kind of
It's
reset
crazy
for a
how
moment,
close
but
it
Pollo's
is.
got this center.
Did not expect
piece
this to be
all
such a
locked in
close
at the moment.
battle like it is. It's nuts, man. But once again, drinking some
trying to
Happy
make sure that
Dads
nobody else can look to challenge.
for the
He's
last
got
day of the weekend.
The loot
Happy
floored
Dads,
off
but
essentially, so it won't
make sure
drop
you
to
try
anyone
'em if
else
you want.
but him. And now,
Hashtag
Pollo,
not
Peterbot,
sponsored. Hashtag
this
this
is where they
not
can
an
really
ad.
start to take their time and
Also, check out
really
Excess
gauge
gear, dude.
which teams they
Hashtag not
want to
sponsored.
try and continue
I just
challenging,
bought
if any
their,
at all. They might just
icy
sit and wait
shirt
for some of these
that's
other
baby
teams
blue.
to begin rotating, and
Sick,
then
bro.
look to take shots at them after the fact before fully keying anyone that they happen to, if they crack the shields, for example, that'll be, you know, the sign that they can go ahead and get a little bit more proactive with things. But Victor V and
The
Paper,
food's
they don't want
almost
to be
here.
a
Once the sushi
reactive team
gets
here
here,
by
I'm
any
gonna
means.
turn off the
They're
mic
gonna
and
try
stuff
to
in the
pressure
camera.
Sphinx and Dukes.
Well, no, it's not almost
Just a
here.
little
It's
bit
probably about 15 minutes
southwest of the
away.
Nitrodrome. There are other teams local to the area right now, so they do have to be wary of the fact that there is strong possibility of getting third-partied here.
Damn, it's
Trying to
Paper
glance
and
at the
Victor V
standings,
and
'cause Sphinx
Dukes
and Dukes were up
and Sphinx all up on each
in
other.
fourth, right?
This
We're
is
talking
huge
about
right
a
now.
team that has continued to just play so well. And they haven't done it in any flashy way, just consistent, very accurate play. And Victor V and Paper, I feel like on the other side have had
I see
these big
Mongrel and
strides,
Savage
right?
there
Much
in the background. That's sick.
crazier moments almost unfold for them
Clix has
to
gotta
put them
hit
in the
those
situation
shots,
that they've
man,
landed
for a
themselves in
storm
so far.
surge.
So 4th and 5th respectively, sitting side by side here, but time to go. 4th place team's gonna be the first to move here. Or excuse that. 5th place team's gonna be the first to move there. Paper and Victor V.
They're all up with
I'm not
Savage
sure
and
that Dukes and
Mongrel.
Sphinx actually had any crash pads available though, but Mongrel and Mr. Savage, they're gonna get caught out on that rotate. Victor V making sure to confirm that second elimination here for this
Wow.
duo. That could be a huge issue though, depending on how fast Dukes and Sphinx actually look to play catch up, or whether or not they even spot out the fact that Victor V and Paper are weakened. They are currently in the bottom of this ravine right now, but Victor V and Paper, it didn't even look like it was an intentional start. Mongrel and Mr. Savage just got crash pad landed on.
That's
yeah, but not only
crazy.
that, Victor V and Paper, you saw the surge update there. The reason they were even fighting
Y'all
Duke
notice
and
they
Sphinx in
Clix
the
and
first
them
place,
still
they
got zone?
initiated that entire battle. They
It's
needed
gonna
to take the
move,
fight. They
then
knew
it's
that
gonna go again.
right
dude.
away, given
Let's
their
listen to what they're talking
light
about.
act.
'Cause I ain't gonna lie, they got a pretty good setup right now. I'd like to hear when you get a perfect setup like they are with Storm.
He's fighting
they're
onto me.
doing.
Looking and
I'm
second.
looking. Move your marker, reping, reping.
Oh.
I can't see anything. I'm looking, but I can't see anything. I'm also looking at the kids at top if they peek. No way I missed.
I'll
No
be on you. I'm not
fucking
looking
way.
down you, okay?
Yeah, I'm blocked around. I think someone might pickaxe into main, by the way. I hear him pickaxing.
Oh, I was just pickaxing. It's probably me.
Yeah. I built round. I'm looking for more dam.
I have a fucking SMG for now.
Built up high.
I'm using force for now.
Yeah, you need
Crash bang on high, crash bang on high, look.
Looking.
120.
40 right. Wait, I'm getting two maybe? Sure.
You good?
I'm coming in. I'm good.
He's gliding.
I'm getting two.
The kid gliding was solo. He landed next to us.
Oh. Go.
Dude,
I
they're
just got
playing
tags.
this so well, dude, for
Kids
real.
gliding left.
He dived. I added it.
14.
That's it.
Nice, he got 14 on him.
Dropping on my R. 12.
Oh, he does some damage.
No, I'm fine. This is all gliding, by the way. All gliding. And then he's
I can shoot mid on my right.
Got it.
This kid's over peeking hard. I'm waiting for the angle.
Oh.
I don't think he knows I'm staring at him. No, he's not real.
And we got Peterbot still up here, too.
Kids northeast, going in.
They're gonna drop on Braves and
Fall from height.
Visuals.
Drop from height.
I'm looking.
Nobody's on height yet.
They're gonna get Braves.
Bottom left, buddy.
God, if Clix and them were
Push out.
looking that way,
Right here
they
in front
could
of me.
knock
Yeah,
out
I'm free.
Peterbot, you know?
Hey,
Push on left.
I have 3 bigs.
Yep, shoot. Yeah, I'm popping big. Hold my shit. This kid might push us.
Yeah,
Shoot.
lucky.
Push our wood a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Push your
Visuals
mouse
got
button.
out of there?
2 now, 5.
No way.
Yeah. Let's split maps, okay, quick?
Oh.
Tools back, by the way.
I'm
One
double
big
on
and a fizz.
One big in the face. Yeah, 2 bigs in the face. Okay.
I went up one.
Yeah.
I'm looking to tag people on this rotate. Coin got dropped one, right?
Dang, Peterbot's out due to storm damage. Wow, dude.
Crash banning? No? Oh, they're running.
Storm Surge gets him first.
Storm Surge is gonna get Peterbot and Polo? No way they let this
Find one
happen.
here and now.
It's over.
Nothing opens up for him.
It's over. Yeah, dude, it's over.
Edgy just got saved, essentially, from Peterbot's aggression. Looked like Brett's got that flank shot
How
to
he
the
got
side.
above.
Poyo, he's only got that Machinist Medallion to depend on as far as his shield situation is concerned. No white heals, and Visuals and Braids have continued
Dude.
to hold the line just underneath Poyo. They are boxed up. They are refusing to budge. And now, if they caught wind of Peterbot's name in that elimination feed, Visuals and Braids might know this is an ice.
Wow.
Get them back.
Here, come on.
68.
That can be good for them,
We
though.
crash back from here.
Go.
Come. Natural.
I don't think you fizz.
No, we don't. Run left. Northwest.
Go,
Northwest.
go, go.
Northwest.
We're going there. We're going there.
Sliding off it.
Don't take
Follow
fall.
good.
We're good.
Yeah. I blew it. Me sprayed a bit.
We're good. Holding that pole.
Yeah. Nice.
Cleanse.
Me sprayed again.
Not holding you right.
I'm getting sprayed from everywhere. I'm moving up one. I went up one. I went back down one as well. I hit. I'm gonna shoot back in a second.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, I can't. So many teams
I went up one. I had to leave you.
Why are there
You
so
get me?
many
Popping
teams
big. Hold my shit, quick.
shooting
Hold my shit. I'll fizz this up. Can you give me a big? One more?
Yep.
You should fizz, no?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you got fizz.
Hold.
I'm holding. Move back on. Move sit back.
2.5, 0.
I'm 3-0 there.
It's fine. You have refresh, bro. It's alright.
Dude, that hurt him, man. That hurt him there.
We left it. Wasn't there a medkit left on top there?
Oh
my god, there's loot in front of me. I don't know if we crash bed for it. Look north for your cone.
No, we're gonna get fucking lobbied again, bro.
We just have to wait till rotate. Hopefully no one sees it. Might be the blood, I don't know. Blood, what do you think? I'll just ramp for it. Shoot.
Yep, looking.
Shoot, the kids are running. Cracked him.
He needs light ammo.
Damn,
I'm giving.
man.
Drop. 200. Respect.
Polo's playing this smart, too. Oh,
right here,
but
looking.
he's got the Storm Surge again. Let's see what happens.
Medallion consistently being dropped and then picked back up. They've got to know that he is in some heavy pressure. Otherwise, why would he insist on getting that refresh of the 5-tick shield?
Yeah, definitely. And also just, you know, letting the entire lobby know what's happening here. It doesn't really make much sense, regardless of how you want to cut it up. But a couple significant things have happened. Well, you earned himself placement points and that elimination, right? We talk about
24
how every
teams
step
left. Polo needs
towards
to
the
go
finish
down.
line
He's just getting as many
counts,
points as
and
he
it
can.
helps go the distance here, and that's
And once he gets all the points he can,
Polow's
he's
gonna
out.
hold, but look at this. Bryce is also a solo here, but a much different situation. He's got plenty of heals. He's got plenty of damage. But Boyo tries to wait this one out, tries to sit this one out, but the Storm just doesn't allow him. He's the only player what feels like the only player, but no, misses the most important tag right there, but still has a little bit of runway here. He's got to find that elimination.
Wow, dude.
Loses track.
Yeah, we were talking about this game
And he's
being
scrambling
Clix
here.
and
He can hear the
Vano's
footsteps,
game
but
for the pickaxe.
the zone is all that matters.
It's gonna be the same, dude, if Polo does what
Things
he's
start to
doing right
continue to
now.
pick up once again here. Meanwhile,
Whoever
on
goes
the other
down
side,
first,
you still see
he's
Bryce
up,
on the move
Polo's
as well.
out.
All of that immediate competition, though. Espolio
Yep.
falls here.
All
Bryce
that
is still in
stuff
the
is
game
what
right
makes
now.
it
4 seconds.
Clix and Vano's game, dude. This
I'm
a
gonna
game
run
we'll
for it.
talk about if they get the pickaxe.
I'm running for it.
Especially with Bryce down 2 now. So
I ran for everything.
anything
I'm
they
looking at
get
west.
from this
Sorry,
point
next
on
to the
is
left.
like extra.
I got it.
So
I'm
they're
5,
top
5, 1, 2.
17, they need to get top
Do you have any
5.
crash
like,
pads?
No,
so
Matt,
secure
wait.
this.
I've crash pads. Yes.
Okay, throw a crash pad down here and afterwards.
Want to fizz or no? No.
No, we just build up from here. Come on.
Play with you? Go. Edit.
Come on. We crash pad from here again.
Yeah,
Come
come
here.
on.
Yeah, come here.
Do it.
Go. I'm low speed.
Go.
I'm going. Landing middle. I'm going up one.
With you.
Boop. Okay, I have 2 events. Hold it. Come back. I have unlimited ammo. Go.
Hold on.
Holding.
It's fizzing a little bit.
I have 172.
They're in top 16.
Fizz us again, okay? Fizz us again. We're gonna nitro. Fizz. Land right. Let me get right. Oh shit, that might not be good. Yeah, you tap fizz? Come.
Coming. Good play.
Jump over him. Landing us off this team. We're gonna smack them.
Hold on. Bobby's looking.
We
Bobby's
come.
looking.
We come.
I'll do
Drop.
those.
Move it.
Go.
Go.
Looking.
I have no builds.
I've
Moving
one
out.
build.
Drop down me.
All builds. Get in.
Okay, go.
No mess.
Stand on me. Pump out.
Pump up.
Moving now.
Here. Gordon. No mess. Gordon. Get it. Loading.
Gotta go.
Loading.
I got pumps.
The box. Still.
I'm
I'm gonna fizz you. Okay, I'm fizzing you. Build wide fizz. He died behind us.
And I moved around. Come to.
Yep. Fizzing.
Fizz me.
What a shot by Clix
I can
and
hold one.
Flop
We got
out
3 edits.
Ah!
All good.
They need to get better than top 11. They're still good,
Points
but
is
they
that? 55.
could really run away with it there. Could have ran away with it there for sure.
Themselves tackle their first elim.
They
Maybe
didn't
don't
run
get
out
that
of the
second here.
builds.
Mixon, though, just gonna barely manage to layer switch and then save his life for a moment longer.
Damn.
Clix clips Miro on that next transition forward. Front side is zone, though, gonna be their demise. They get cut off by a team that's already boxed up in the mid-ground. Now coming up behind them, Cold, Acorn
Paper
here.
and Victor V still
They're
up?
also gonna elevate just slightly,
Paper
still
and
playing
Victor
from
V still up. They
relatively
could,
low ground
they
position.
could do something
and they've
here.
got tabs on some of the teams that are sort of surrounding them at this point. Finally, they move up to another mid-ground layer. They've caught Seek
that Paper there?
entirely, wall
think
him
that might
off,
be
don't
Paper
allow him
Clix is
to
watching.
continue trying to follow his teammate. Rapid's gonna be up next here, and Acorn and Cold have really seemed to have found their stride. 7 eliminations already for Cold. Some massive elimination points on the day so far.
This right here is exactly what they needed as well to really start to change the momentum, to give them the chance to start climbing back up. But Threats, even as a solo right now with no material, is putting up a front of this high ground here, just trying to show everyone that, hey, you're not in control, someone else still is. Hand Cannon's out here trying to see what he can do with this. Yamzo.
Wow,
Cat
what
and
a
mouse right
play
here.
on
Shot
Batman
comes
Booty
through, and
about
oh my
Threats.
gosh. Threats connects. He picks up the little bit of material that gets generated from the elimination here. This gives him some
Damn.
elevation. Iamzo's gonna fall there. And Threats is still on the move. Look at
How
this
is
weakened
Threats
Noxie
still up?
behind the wall. One tag, but no! He ends up falling there. Noxie falls
Noxie
too, and
one
Acorn and
falls.
Cold in
Acorn
the
and
end will
Cold
win
got
that
it.
game. And the momentum for them has finally shifted. They caught wind in their sails, and they're off.
It just seems like the moment that Cold really starts to string together those series of eliminations, nothing can stop him. It's almost like every elim just
I wonder
charges
what
him up
happens here,
even
dude.
more
I'm
so.
curious.
And they were the only duo that was still left intact in those final moments, MDF. It was just all the solos surrounding them. So quick picking that they took full advantage of.
Very impressive game. Very, very impressive
Batman
game
Booty's
because
in
look,
the top
they
5.
absolutely needed these points. They came in that 100, point range. They were just struggling, right? And a monstrous win like this, these are the games that really propel you up towards the top, right? It's gonna jump them up probably well over 100 points. I mean, they hit that double-digit victory royale, one of which, honestly, we
Damn.
haven't even seen over the course of this week, and that's probably
Alright,
the
let's listen
biggest
to what Clix
victory
and them are
to be
talking about.
Straight into a build.
You're saying the one that you're watching right now?
Yeah, it would have gone straight into the build actually.
No, I think the second crash pad play was amazing. Right here, though, I don't know why we got drained for this much. Because we're ahead.
They're watching it on Vino.
The thing is that this is how high the lobby is. We are second height because it pulled uphill. I don't know if I go for height. Maybe I actually think maybe I just grief height here. I have fears and sprint pops and they don't spot me.
Nah, the kid that jumped your box, bro, he was 1 HP, by the way. He died his own.
I wanted it. I just didn't reset thinking he'd shoot.
Alright, guys, my food's about to be here. I'm gonna mute the mic for a second and turn off the cam.
Who's on height if I was moving?
Like this kid?
I'm sorry, did Acorn and Cole just have a 166 point game here at the halfway point of grand finals? What is going on? This tournament is alive. It's breathing. It is on fire. It is changing. Acorn and Cole, guys who already have spots to global championships, guys who just came in and said, hey, I know we've been under the radar, Zeke, it's fine. You want some big games. All right, Zeke will give you a big game. Vivid, 166 points out of a single game. What?
Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I should have saved the line when I mentioned after the first game of the day when Dukes and Sphinx won that. I was like, yeah, listen, here we go, NA fashion. We're gonna have an insane comeback from them. No, it's gonna happen in game number 9 by Acorn and Cold, continuing that conversation, putting themselves up surely towards the top of the leaderboard. I can't wait to see how that one actually comes out. But yeah, 11 eliminations by the duo, and this just looked so free-flowing, right? It looks like they're just running around, nobody's even looking at them, Kelly, and they're just finding all of the eliminations, so many refreshes.
I mean, Acorn and Cold, you know, this actually isn't the first time that they've done this. If you look at Major 2, they finished day 1 in 31st place. And then in day 2, finished off in 2nd, rounding out their top performance in 5th. So, Acorn and Cold, we talk about this a lot, right? Who are the day 2 teams? Who's going to be able to thrive? And this is Acorn and Cold. They are definitely a day 2 team if you look to the most recent Major, and they are pulling out all the stops now.
I just cannot believe that. Man, there's so much that kind of all happened in this last game. We just want to quickly run you by a couple things that happened, highlighting threats here. Back-to-back solo clutches from threats. I don't know how all of these players are just pulling out these unbelievable solo performance, man. I bet by the end of this season, the solo impact points are going to be crazy for everyone. But again, for threats, for Trashy rather, he's got to be feeling like, threats, you are the man.
Yeah, just another one of those games, right? Higher gun, whoever's kind of has it, they're just kind of rolling away with it right now. But I mean, Kelly, you've talked about that hand cannon multiple times in the hands of threats. I mean, he is talked about because of his aim. Clearly very dangerous in his hands as well.
Oh, speaking of dangerous, we are seeing Clix and Vino just take the tiniest bit of a lead over Peterbot and Pollo. But look how close the rest of the lobby is, Zeke.
That's the problem, Kelly, right? The moment that any of these teams in the top 7 go down, it's a free-for-all once again. A couple things to point out. So 7th place, Acorn and Cold,
All right, guys, just to show you. So yeah, I'm about to eat. You might not hear me for a minute. There we go.
100 points.
It's called the crowd surfer roll. So I'm gonna enjoy this. You may not hear me for a minute or see me.
This is still anyone's game.
We're still here.
This is so insane right now. Like, this FNCS is far from over. And I was calling it coming into this week, and I was like, listen, I think we're gonna have a race all the way down to game 12. It's going to be between 2 teams. Right now, we've got like 7, 8 teams keeping themselves in the conversation. And Veno and Clix, listen, I did not like how this game was going at all. I don't think any Clix fans, any Veno fans were liking how this one was going, right? They had to get a reboot. Veno got called off, and I was like, wow, like this is not good for them in terms of being on the leaderboard, right? They're getting a reboot off. No way they do well this game. And then they pull out an 11? Like, how was that even possible?
To be able to turn around getting rebooted and then somehow not struggling with Storm Surge just proves how well-rounded Vino and Clix are, sticking to the low ground, sticking to the front of zone. And yes, they did go down in 11th, but clearly that is not an issue, saying that they are still in first place with the most amount of eliminations out of anyone in the top 10 right here. But man, just look at the names that we have here. Batman, Booga, and Rapid being in 5th place, down a game from yesterday.
Dude, I don't even know. NA has brought the heat today. We wanted to take a look and break down damage dealt in these games, right? Let's take a look at this graphic together. So I'm just gonna let the numbers speak for themselves, but just look at the damage dealt by players individually. I mean, what is going on?
I mean, this is the numbers for the 3 games that we've seen today, right? So Cold, obviously after that incredible performance right now, averaging more than 1,000 damage per game. Almost all of these players up here in the top 5 for damage dealt individually are averaging almost 1,000. No surprise there to see threats, right? We've seen a couple of solo clutches. Bryson Bolt's obviously having a great day too. No surprise to see them up there. But Rise, let's keep our eyes on Rise, right? I know Mason, or not Rise, Rise and Agers are kind of keeping themselves in the conversation of qualifying for globals right now, and that damage is definitely helping.
This is just... Oh, sorry.
Really quickly, Kelly, I want to jump in here because I just found out that Peterbot and Pollo, this is the first time they've ever gone down or actually been zapped by Storm Surge. Yep. What is going on in these games? The first time that we've watched Peterbot fall to Surge? Like, what?
Yeah, I'm happy that you kind of bring that up, right? This is the first time throughout this grand final they took any damage from Storm Surge, like you mentioned, going down to it ultimately as well. And then, you know, Kanada's hitting the socials right now. Like, he's talking about how much Storm Surge damage he feel like he has, but it's still not enough. Like, is Surge getting harder progressively as these grand finals go on? Usually, Kelly, we see a trend of the games be a little bit less stacked, but right now, everybody's kind of reflecting that that's not the case.
I mean, you have to think about it. What is going through these players' minds right now? They only have 3 more games to go before it's all over. This isn't just the last chance for them to get into global championships. This might be the last time that these players play in a level of the FNCS until next year if they don't make it into the global championships. This is it. It's do or die. All of these players are pulling out all the stops. This is exactly what we asked for, and I can't believe we're getting it. Zeke, great job on the script, man.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time writing the script. Only 3 games left to go here. The halfway point begins right now. Taco, MDF, over to you.
Thank you, Zeke. And yeah, I want to reiterate the fact that less than a victory royale separates 7th to 1st place. You cannot afford to fall early. If any of the teams that are on your heels take a dub, they will be rocketing right past you. And Taco, this is going to make for an exciting next 3 games. So let's jump on that battle bus one more time. Game 10 is here. We are now starting to see what could be the breakaway competitors, but do not count out your veterans. Cold and Acorn have officially shown us after last game's performance that you can earn over 150 points and literally double your position in this tournament at any given time. And that alone, that prospect alone, is just crazy, but it's only possible, Taco, right? Because of the way that the format is structured.
And look, normally it'd be very easy to say, yeah, a 166-point game. Clearly, every single one of the stars aligned. But the problem is that Acorn and Cold, it's not their first time doing something of this caliber in a finals lobby. They are 10,000% a duo that can repeat that type of performance on the fly. So if our competitors weren't already paranoid, to an extent, it has to be setting in here. And that's where I think the conversation for me right now, MDF, is who can maintain their cool, because it becomes very easy to let those, you know, lobby moments kind of turn into these late game jitters. But the experience, I think, is really going to showcase itself here for a lot of our competitors.
And you make a great point. Like, if that was the case, if that was true for someone like Clix and Vino, I mean, last game, it would have been over the moment Vino was taken out, right, in the opening exchanges. So I think you're absolutely right that, you know, mentality is super important, but again, being able to keep your cool, right, bounce back, reset, stay focused and locked in is what matters. This is a rematch right here between Evan Flappy, Vino and Clix from the last game. Last game, Vino was obviously caught off guard at the mountaintop to the north. Now they are very much aware that they have competitors nearby. Look at how much differently they're positioned and early shielded up. Vino, so far, loadout-wise, is telling us that he is for sure ready for anything. I like that they're going to start distancing themselves, though, and not look to stay here for too long, right? You don't want to lose all of your timing here.
Well, that, and I think Venom also just kind of trusts Clix to hold his own from this position, because Clix is going to be able to kind of keep eyes on what Evan and Flappy are actually scheming here at this point. I mean, the fact that they're even contesting them at all is rather surprising, but Veno, he wants this box fight. He wants these 12 elimination points, essentially, if they're able to confirm both of the elims. And not only that, but they'd completely clear out their drop spot here at Sandy Steps, which would it kind of get that monkey off their back, you know? They've got to deal with the pressures of having another duo just consistently surprise, challenge them, but early points, early surge, that can go a long way for Clix and Veno.
I like how they didn't just sit around and wait for them to actually make a move or allow them to get too much material. Instead, they're taking that advantage right away through pure offense here. And this is how you really make a statement, if you will. Vino's got to be careful, though. He's going to expose himself here. Does get tagged on the move in, but still, it's just a matter of time. There's a great tag right there as well. And you can see that this feels almost personal at this point to finish this fight. But as they continue to invest here, other teams are slowly creeping in on the outside, hearing what's happening, seeing what's going on. That's about the second crash pad we've seen. Clix nearly bots right there, so He's got to lock in. And it's Edgy and Death who's making their same rotate right back to that mountain. So you can see that almost behavior kicking in, right, from some of those other teams there.
Oh, wow. This is a little bit surprising, though. Mongrel and Mr. Savage, for a moment there, it looked like they're going to intervene with Victor V and Papers' 10th game lobby plans, but instead, it seems like it was a little bit more of a front. They just wanted to force Victor V and Paper away from their position, back over the Pantheon path, and look who's creeping up on them. Vert and Kylie. The crouch approach to not reveal their position. And I think, I'm almost certain Vert and Kylie know that Victor V and Paper, sure enough, they've caught wind of them now at the Flame Boost Hoop. Victor V, at least for right now, out in the open, doesn't realize just how exposed he is from behind, but Kylie and Vert, they are being so patient with that approach.
Well, here's a couple of the teams that I've been calling some of the disruptors in this lobby. Nerdface and Sid are one of two duos, I would say, because the other is Seek and Dash. They have taken out some big names. You just can't ever count them out of the conversation. This time around, Nerdface and Sid are going to give Boyo and Peterbot a fight worth disengaging from. And that's not the first time we've actually seen that happen. For one reason or another, they play very well against Boyo and Peterbot. It's almost as if they just read them very well. You know, sometimes you meet your match. Vino and Clix, though, they'll fight once again against Flappy and crew. Vino makes a mistake there and almost literally pays for it with his life, but manages to kind of regain his footing there, slip out of the box. I'm not sure if he wasn't even loaded there. Potentially his shotgun wasn't ready. They should win this.
I'd be very surprised if they lost it at this point, MDF, that's for sure. Flappy already having been knocked. That's going to be a little bit of siphon material. Now it's just up to Clix. See if he can get the rest of those shots landed with that Thunderburst. Unfortunately, Evan going to be able to hide for just a couple seconds longer, but the moment that Clix and Veno crash pad towards him, he's just toast. So Clix, Veno, slight delay to their forecast tower strategy, but at the same time, they've now got 12 elimination points in hand. They're going to have to refarm some material because obviously Evan and Flappy were able to definitely disrupt them in that regard, but being able to confirm the forecast tower, that alone is the ultimate victory card there for Clix and Veno, because I'm really interested to see what they do with that future forecast knowledge.
I think they also just got a lot of damage. That
Yes.
team was able to kind of heal up, right? Come back again. They got the down body, finished the down before going for the, you know, teammate Evan in that circumstance. So those little exchanges, those turn of events there, right? Those key moments definitely add to the damage. But overall, the game rages on here. We're still very much in the early game here of game number 10. After this round, there will just be 2 more opportunities to solidify your place in a podium finish here for the grand finals, and of course your spot to the globals. Let's see, Bryson Bolt's here. One of the most surprising performances of Bryson Bolt's career has come this weekend with multiple victory royales across the span of these 2 days, most notably picking up that game 9 victory. Or sorry, game 8 really was the second game here today. But look at this, Yamzu and Tayson taking a storm fight.
And not with just anybody, it's Boyo and Peterbot. And we've seen this a couple of times in past lobbies as well, but Boyo and Peterbot have tended to get the better end of Tayson and Yamzo. Keep in mind, though, the levers that they have over so many other teams is that Machinist Medallion. It is much easier to kind of stretch out or force out other teams' resources. That could be a big part of the reason why Yamzo and Tayson, they got a couple of shots worked in there, so they'd rather take their odds elsewhere. They want to make sure they're able to rotate sufficiently into this next zone. As things continue to pool, a little bit more action going to start to build near Brawler's Battleground, and Taste and Yamzo, they're just trying to keep a low profile for the time being, but I'm not even sure they recognize the fact that they're getting soft trailed right now.
You have to stay on high alert here. Agers and Rise got their mark set on Cooper and Kanata. It seems like Kanata was caught obviously outside unexpectedly there, loses a lot of health, but not enough for Agers and Rise to overcommit to the battle. They're just content with the little bit of damage that they managed to pick up there, and now they want to distance themselves away here. I like how they're playing also cautiously too, not rotating too freely there.
Looked like Kanata and Cooper were just about to encounter Bryce and Bolts, though. Might have to revisit that one shortly. As Cold and Acorn looking to exchange shots. They're a little bit sandwiched right now, though. And with two teams kind of surrounding them here at Redline Rig, I know Acorn and Cold, the last thing they want is to be caught in the middle of everything. They might just crash pad out of here, sure enough. They're not going to wait, stick around and find out what could happen next. They want to make sure that they get themselves into a slightly more favorable position. One shot going to be applied to them inside of this bush they're currently hidden inside of. But Cold still doing his best to remain as aware as possible, keep looking for surge tag damage wherever possible.
It's a nice little look at what Mongrel, Mr. Savage strategy in the early game has been. This time they switch it up from big surge base down to camping around one of these flaming hoops here. Of course, a point of interest for rotating teams, but we talked about the problem being the, you know, lack of players in the southern areas. It almost feels like, you know, it makes more sense that you get overactive, right, and kind of give up these hoops and you kind of get into some northern POIs. That seems to be where all the fights are taking place. Speaking of which, you have Tayson and Yamzo swinging through Mount Olympus. Couple teams already moving out of here, heading further northwest. They don't see anyone just yet.
But they're still hunting. That's the main pickup here right now for Tayson and Yamzo, even though they're in a currently separate spot right there at Mount Olympus. If they want to try and defend that position, they're going to need to try and control the flow of some of those later rotators. Baka and Pars, though, this is a very welcome sight. We've actually got one with the other this time. Last two lobbies, we saw only Baka. And last lobby specifically, Baka didn't really get to actually utilize having confirmed that forecast tower. So this time around, not sure if they were able to get the forecast tower. Don't believe it's currently in their possession. Didn't see that Purple Hunter's DMR on Baka, at least. Maybe Pars is the one currently holding it, but being a duo is always going to be a better position than the solo circumstances that we've seen Baka have to work with.
Yeah, Baka has, you know, held up his end of the relationship, if you will, really pulling in work, pulling weight here. Meanwhile, Acorn and Cold have bounced their way right back into this tournament. And it was crazy because if we think about how this all started, I mean, I wouldn't have thought for them to be in top 10 already, right after just 3 performances. But here they are. Only team on the Rift Island right now. And I think that's the first one we've actually seen spawn down here. Most of these other zones have been relatively similar, so we've seen them kind of fall into the hands of Peterbot and Boya being the first to take claim.
Ooh, this is rough right now for Rise. 2 separate duos directly east and west of him, not to mention the teams that are currently fixated on top of Rift Island. And he's below the surge threshold, so it's essentially a pick your poison situation. Who do you think you can take out first? Or at least maybe he can hope to try and apply some side shots into teams. Maybe if they get a little bit too antsy with each other on the Rift Island, but that downward position, it's going to be tough for him to get any sort of line of sight. He's in for a pretty difficult matchup here as Bryce and Bolt. Bryce, we see him dropping, just trying to escape. Bolt still playing it out from Rift Island, but he's going to take the Ascender back down. Doesn't want to risk it. They'll take a moment to pause here. Try and regenerate their shield and white heals. Plenty of floppers to go around, though. 4 bolts at least, so I don't think Bryce is in all that dangerous of a position any longer. Fact of the matter still remains, though. They've now fallen underneath that damage threshold, but jumped right back up to the top of it. With some other player eliminations taking place in the lobby.
A little bit of pressure coming into Rise as he's trying to also fish for information here around him. He's not even close to being safe. Even more teams past him. That sniper glint being picked up right there. Great double tag right there. It's gonna give him a huge 120 damage swing. That update right there showing us exactly where they stand in 8th coming into this game. Rise with no agers. We haven't really seen that happen, so this is a first for the duo. Not too far off Peterbot and Boyo right now. Trying to piece together the little bit of mistakes, if you will, the holes in their game plan that really started to poke through just last round, where they took Storm Surge damage for the first time in this tournament, which is, you know, incredible in its own to think that they've been able to stay that consistent. But look at this. Peterbot forces the edit out of Bolts there. Doesn't quite catch him with the open edit. Backs off. Just showing them, you know, we're here.
It's not a fun surprise party by any means for Bryce and Bolts at least, but the way that Boyo and Peterbot are kind of eyeing up the horizon, you could tell that they definitely want to look for a fight. Not really accustomed to just sitting barely above that surge threshold, and Rise one more time finds himself below it as well, despite us having watched him just secure a little bit more than 120 damage. It's still not enough. So many players taking the socials, even kind of lamenting the fact that I feel like I'm doing so much and yet it's still coming up so little in the grand scheme of things. And I think even when we were looking at the player damage numbers in between lobbies here, MDF, we saw just the absurdity behind the amount of damage that players have been putting up individually. And that's kind of the level that everyone has to be if they want to remain healthy above that surge damage threshold.
I really do appreciate how Rise has had a game plan this entire time, right? Waiting for the rifts to come out, trying to capitalize there. But look, he's poked the bear a little too much up against Bolts and company, but Bolts and them need the damage as well, so they push in. But Bryce is unfortunately going to fall to the hands of Rise. So a big pump shot followed by what was either a surge tag or a combination of both alongside the Storm is going to take him right out. And Rise is still standing. So the real question is, was it worth it? Seems like the answer is going to be no here, as more teams are now looking in at them as well. So they both have a problem here.
But Rise, looks like Bolt's found somewhat of a solution. He's still sitting just below that damage threshold. That pump shot, though, to secure the elimination onto Rise is at least going to be some good points to add to the count, but he needs more than that on his tab right now. Bolts has ample amount of material. He's kind of just hoping that a stray team or something can get caught out on a crash pad rotate. He's gonna have to take matters into his own hands. Just firing some shots towards Clix and Vena's direction, but is immediately spotted out by teams the opposite way. And the fact that he's moving as a solo is bound to be a huge red flag. All these other teams in the lobby bound to be looking towards his metal box.
Take a look at these elims right here. Peterbot and Boyo jumping up to this Rift Island. They just keep fighting for this Rift Island. if you've noticed, their strategy has almost revolved around get up here, take any fight, because it seems like this is probably the safest way to do it, given the extra elevation that the Rift Island gives you. And that's a perfect set of 2 right there. So more points for them.
How to save
talk
it.
About
You got the wrong guy.
Extremely resilient. Bolt is still in this game from low ground to now elevating himself, but the zone has already moved. And I was gonna ask the question, why is Vino so far from Clix? But it was just making sense. They have the information of the next zone. Of course, he's gonna be edging his way towards positioning himself for the next big swing there. And this is what's given them the advantage of the early pull here.
Did see Baka and Pars, though, potentially cutting off Clix and Veno, and that's where Bolts is going to find himself crash padding towards as well. Threats and Trashy could be joining the fray here, and Bolts, he's going to land right on top of the boxes that Clix and Veno have already established, and he immediately draws the attention from the rest of the lobby. Almost surprised that Clix and Veno haven't opted to just look back, but they might not recognize the fact that Bolts is a solo just yet. Bolt's still doing what he can, though, but he is in a dire situation right now, MDF. Over 259 damage below threshold. Veno gonna poke his head up. He's finally figured out where some of these shots are coming from, and he sees that it's a solo. He knows he can close this one out in rapid time, and this could be an easy 6 points for Veno and Clix to add to their tab, but Veno, Clix still very much being cautious with their approach. They don't want to find themselves getting flanked.
I'm also thinking they might be second-guessing themselves, given all that metal there. Vino kind of waits for a moment, hesitates on finishing the fight, but now comes through. Here's the single steps above him and knows, okay, this is definitely a solo here. So there goes a pickup. More material for him, more ammunition, everything that you can ask for here to be set up. First solo, Bolts had a lot going for him. Minus damage, really, is what it came down to. But look at this. You have Cold and Acorn also getting active while we were following along what's happening there. On the other side of the zone here, they find Phenom and Ziggy there with a quick finish as well. Doesn't even cost them anything other than a little bit of time to pop in there. And I'm seeing Muzz and Epic Whale ever so lurking. We haven't really followed their early and mid games, right? We just see them pop up in end game over and over. And look at them making it past the mid game as well.
Kind of just glimpses here and there, essentially. Hope to be able to see them follow through, though, on a nice end game lobby. But for right now, all eyes on Peterbot and Poyo. They're trying to prevent Crisp and Noxy from actually following through, from actually crawling their way to the top of this next hill. Zone has pulled all the way over towards Reckless Railway. And Dukes and Sphinx, same layer, but only for a moment. They're going to be forced to drop to that ultimate low ground. Duke's stuck swimming in the water even, and Peterbot knows it. He's just continuing to assault their builds, trying to keep chopping that floor out from underneath them. Sphinx doing everything he can to try and hold down the wall, try and allow Duke some time to breathe, the time to regenerate his shield, but Peterbot is relentless. He just refuses to let Sphinx and Dukes have a moment to chill.
I like this because he's got to go that way anyway, so might as well have the lobby probably help him take this team down and get the refresher on the way through. Here comes the move, though. Everyone's out. Trashy, one of the first to fly overhead. Trashy and Threats. Last minute, right? We had a whole conversation about teams that had to just make do with the hands that were dealt. Trashy and Threats are in that conversation right alongside Muzz and Epic Whale. Mixin still alive right now. A little bit of life coming out of Baja Mixin. You love to see that. I see Booga and Aviv here trying to make up for time too, but the focus is in on our teams that are above that 500-point threshold. Meanwhile, though, Mongrel and Mr. Savage trying to pull an Acorn and Cold here. A victory royale in the final moments to try and jump them way up into a solidified position for Grands, or for Globals, I should say, but on the front side of zone. I love that Vino's and Clix are already here, but they're starting to run out of material. Things are looking so dicey here.
They're essentially surrounded at this point, but they were one of the first teams to kind of touch down on this hill. They've got a good controlling position. Now it's just about, can they overthrow height? They're looking up. Veno trying to make a layer switch, but instead going to continue to just force his way through toward the front side of zone. Batman, Booga, and Rapid may even be the ones to play spoiler here. Mongrel and Mr. Savage's high ground take, but instead the real enemy that Mongrel and Mr. Savage are facing is their lack of builds. Peterbot Pollo from the low ground though. They've caught wind of an injured Acorn. They're trying to see if they can keep pressuring, but they're gonna be forced to abandon that idea for right now. It's Mixon that they could be after.
Just about every team standing right now has a very relevant position on the leaderboard, including Vino and Clix, who are under focus target right now of Peterbot and Boyo. They get a lot of damage in, but not enough to solidify the finish. Meanwhile, Threats is weakened. Someone else finds that Elim right there. Someone comes from behind. It's Cold and Acorn, and Cold gets finished. Fully secured there. Here comes Vino around the side. Builds are open, and they're going to fall. 7th place secured. A big, big game for them. And Booga and Aviv have controlled the low ground, but height is held with no material by Mr. Savage and Mongrel, and they will have to give this up as soon as Peterbot comes over. He recognizes, hey, high ground's not building. I don't care. I put everything on the line here and takes it from them just like that. But even now, that puts them in an even worse position, right? They have no mats to work with here. It's going to all come down to gunplay, gun skill.
Yeah, but where they don't have mats, they do have accuracy. Peterbot gonna find another elimination. Actually, no, it was cleaned up instead by Batman Booga, but Peterbot still, he wanted the body for the loot. Won't get a chance to actually make his way through. Booga now underneath with Aviv. They're the only thing standing between Peterbot Pollo and this next Victory Royale. Instead, Booga, Aviv, they want to take this for themselves, but Booga falling incredibly low here. Pollo now gonna find himself with no shield and no chance to keep this one going. Booga, Peterbot, 1 versus 1, but Peterbot's just better.
Peterbot hits the tags in the end. Booga was so desperate trying to grab those mats, and at least he secured the elimination. Those points do tend to add up, and he needed them more than anyone in that game. But Peterbot and Pollo winning a game here is going to tell us that they have very likely closed the gap that was starting to be built by Vino and Clix, and not to mention they also were very much a big part of Vino and Clix falling this game. Just look at how they started to dismantle this entire lobby here, looking up to high ground, snatching things away right from underneath the hands of Mongrel and Mr. Savage there, and then turning this into a scrappy 2v2. Aviv and Booga had every opportunity to win this fight, but unfortunately lose their ones there. Pollo put so much damage to Booga there. Look, right camera peek, tracking was great. He gets the win, and Peterbot and Pollo take game number 10 now, locked and loaded there.
And yeah, it's just so tragic as well if you're sitting from Clix and Veno's perspective, because they had an okay game. They had a good one even, some could argue, but Peterbot and Pollo just had a fantastic lobby here. It's all going to come down to the final hour, it feels like, MDF, but we'll find out what that leaderboard is looking like right after this short break.
This is happening, bro. They're landing on us now. I mean, they completely switched their drop and now they're tweeting. It's like, dude, come on, bro. Have some good fucking sportsmanship. Some good. Like, I just don't get it. And now they have 2 games left. They have no points. They're just gonna fucking grief us. It's like, yo, come on, bro. And I promise you, right after this, you're gonna get banned. Valdi's already on it to get you fucking banned. You're literally tweeting that you're purposely griefing us. And yesterday, you literally said how much money to land on Clix, and now you're doing it. It's like, come on, bro. It's so fucked up how someone could do such a thing. It's like, how are you raised like that, man? It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me, bro. Makes me so goddamn frustrated. I'm not gonna cope and say that's why we didn't get a better game there, but it has a lot to fucking do with it, dude. You know, I mean, we're in zone for half the game. We have to refarm every single thing, bro. Yeah, already up. You see what that little shit is tweeting?
Who's that?
You see that little shit's tweeting? Kid's tweeting, doing it for Jinxie. I don't give a fuck about this tourney. I'm just playing to grief Clix now. That kid who's conning us. It's weird.
What's his at? Type it.
I already reported it.
Bro, that is so blatant, bro.
And that you see that kid who cheated on me?
Yeah.
That's I almost died. By the way, Chad, there's a cheater in the fucking tournament. Remember I got hit 1 HP when I was gliding? It was Sandy. Didn't see me anything. Completely wall hacked that shit. It's so fucking weird, dude. And funny thing is, bro, we have 120,000 people watching, bro, and this kid's doing this, bro. I'm not gonna influence anything, but if you know my community, shit, bro, these motherfuckers do not fuck around, bro. Like, come on, dog. I love pizza. Let's fucking win this shit, dude.
Blood, I'm a den you. Blood, are you here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a DM you, son. Ah, my back. Give me a second. Checking somewhere. That mean? What does that mean, blood? Wait.
Good games here. Let's get it. 2 fucking bangers. If I wasn't streaming this, if I wasn't fucking Clix, we'd be on con and nobody would be griefing us around. But at the end of it, I am just coping right now because I'm really annoyed. But we have 2 games, bro. Fucking win this game, bro. Let's do as best as we can here. You know, if we get top 3, we get top 3. If we win, we win. Whatever happens, bro, me and Veno are fucking playing out of our minds to pull this shit off, bro. Like, you guys are literally watching how close every single thing is, bro. With all this bullshit going around, dude. We're playing our mind, bro. Literally our fucking mind. 2 minutes went up. 1 minute, my bad. Is there anything I need to know?
Relax.
I'm relaxed, bro.
Doesn't sound relaxed.
The first 2 games I wasn't, but now right now I'm fully relaxed.
Only thing I'd say is like when we're in endgame, like remember you need to let me lead. Like I said, we're losing timing. When I make, you see how I made those 2x2s?
Yep.
Like that's our chance to get a refresh, right? You just need to stand on me and block our back. I have the SMG. I need to be the one finding it.
Go.
Because right there we were splitting. Like even Blood said you guys need to stand together.
Go.
We're making those 2x2s for pre-edits. Because all those kids we're killing backside, they're just giving us cipher mats. We have to kill the duos. That's staying alive. They give us medkits, they give us mats, all that. Having an SMG in endgames where you're playing a meta where everyone's in woods.
It's broken.
Yeah. We just have to stand together and spam pre-edits. And make sure we pre-edit the right positions. So make sure to keep looking for the players. I mean, when I call for a pre-edit, make sure you're pre-editing the right place.
That one was right though, right?
I don't remember the pre-edit we had this year.
Metal is the metal one, but they got out. Or no, it's the one that you didn't get. Somehow it didn't ping it. Good job, buddy.
Probably. We're gonna do the same thing we did last game?
Yeah.
But they might not land double house, that's the only thing.
I could just try to land for my shit.
I don't even want you to land metal. I didn't want you to land metal there.
Okay. I'm just gonna do my shit, okay?
I said
okay?
Yeah, okay. I said I was gonna loot metal.
Got it.
I don't think you can drop for your building. Maybe you can, but if you're getting 50 there, you just have to swerve. It's not worth to get that building. That's happening. I'd rather you run round in those 2 houses and just live.
Cool.
Because once I come, they're just dead. They have nothing. Spawned. 2 where they are? Are they on you? I don't see them.
That was good.
I don't know, I see kids on my far right, but I don't see these kids, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, I think I see a lake glider. Might be dropping for the hill again.
Go.
Yeah, they're double dropping for the hill.
I have a god air.
Yeah, there's 3 kids dropping for the hill right now.
Looking.
2 teams gunning each other there. I have shotgun and pistol. I have shotgun and SMG.
40.
Do I go?
One died.
Yeah, 2 dead. I'm going.
I can't really do much but spray. Looking. 40 right.
Dead.
Nice.
It's the hackers. No wonder he's fucking quad dinking me. His teammate went down the hill. Holy shit. Bro, he's quad dinking me with the attack SMG. I thought I milked. Oh my god.
Oh, you didn't, bro. She's the fucking best. Good shit,
Jesus Christ.
Okay, listen, I got 100.
Quad dink of death. Okay, by the way, there's still a card there. His teammate went down the hill.
Let me remind you, this is game 11, so people are gonna be weirder, even weirder now. Clix.
Got it. Thank you.
Jesus fucking. But the shit team lived. The shit team lived that we killed last game. Lived.
Okay, there's only one too, so right?
Sorry?
There's only one of them?
What do you mean one of them?
One
yeah,
kid.
there's only one alive.
Got it.
There's only one alive. The card's on the hill.
Noted.
I had 12 nitro.
Oh. How much did you get, by the way? I got 100.
I finished the body, so that's 100 plus whatever I got on
I think you low-key just farm up, loot up, and you wait for the reboot, and you key the reboot.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to it early though, he has to. He knows I have to go loot. I have a lot of mats already, so if I just get a DMR, I'll just go off and sit there. And wait for him to come.
Yo.
Like, he may be going up already, but I'm just gonna have to take that chance. Fucking hacking cunts. Jesus Christ. I'll think of fucking death.
4x DMR, right here. One mark.
Might come get it.
He's up there.
I'm gonna... He's up there?
Yep.
Popping nitro.
40. Popping nitro.
He had it. Level... He's got... look where he's going.
Going Piazza.
Hey, he can't go Piazza there. He didn't look like he was going anywhere.
Oh.
You stay. I'll scout. I'll see what's happening.
Cool.
Whether he needs to come or not.
Oh. We're start farming.
Yeah. 250, 250, 250. 1 nuka, 1 big, and 6 sprint. I don't see where he went, to be honest. No idea. Yeah, I don't see where he went. Bunker's one. I'm gonna farm, I'm gonna come back to you. I'll come back. Where's that demo?
Marker.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish
Stop
doing.
farming now.
Yeah, I've been farming. I'm 2 meds, 100 fizz. I have a gold combat that I'm using, and a purple enforcer with thermal.
Yeah, I'm looting Vault, and then I'm probably just gonna come, to be honest.
Oh.
See, I'll land back here and loot first. I got a god chest. It's never fucking good there. That's me.
Shots east.
Okay. If you have a DMR, you can go look.
No.
I have an enforcer for you.
I've got one. Just look at the DMR marked. Works.
Yeah. Can you crash pads or no?
Yep. Up to 6 nitro.
There's 3 crash pads. We can come back. We can come back later again. I think it's gonna be in zone though when you come back. Okay, I got a purple pump. I'm running that. Throwing another medkit ahead.
Built on right here.
Sorry?
One team just built right here.
I'm about to come to you.
I'm popping a metal.
Okay. I'm 350, 450, 250. I'm coming over.
Alright, I'm gonna go loot my other shit real quick.
Okay, get ready to head up to Focused.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna farm 60 metal here and go.
Nitro.
I'm gonna actually go get the DMR as well. He died in food?
Yo, Evan.
Yeah. Might have died to Tavern. I don't know. Yeah. I'm popping in Nitro. I'm gonna go get that DMR.
Yeah, it's on my marker still.
The marker's gone. I think it's like here now. Somewhere.
Yeah, in the house. In this house.
Chest there.
Where in the house?
Literally on top. Like you're walking into it.
I'm going. Yeah, I got it. I'm going. These builds earlier, was that him building it?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to go up now. I'm going. We go together. I have 1 nuka, 2 bigs.
Crash pads right here.
Come.
Yep.
Come to here, and I'll break Nitro. They built here.
With you.
I'm just gonna come back and buy. I'm gonna box it quick there.
Do you want me to go forecast, right?
Yeah, I'm coming. I did box the vending. I went out. I'm going up the campfire there.
Go.
If you have it on, come and look at the tags. 71 up. They build full here, and there's a box here. There's a kid surge basing there, and they built here.
Yeah, I see nothing. I'm gonna bring the bots up.
Okay. I'm padding and having a quick scout. I'm checking behind her. Kids died here. There's kids in Piazza. No one's here.
Oh.
I'm fine, Metal. Look up, kill it. Who's shooting?
Bot.
You getting shot?
Just bot.
Oh no, I see shots to my right. There's kids in Piazza. Yeah, I see a kid on my right. Bro, I bugged. I just shot. 60. Cracked him, 120. I think it's on pause, I think. Nitro here. I'm gonna take Biggs and Fizz.
Go.
Where are you gonna go?
I'm up there. I have Nitro right now. I'll carry 2 meds. Well,
You said hollow, by the way.
yeah, hollow. I have 2 meds and I'll get a crash or Fizz. There's 2 bigs up there though, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. Okay. We go back to Snooey quick. You need to go get the crash pads.
Go.
I'm gonna throw EMPs as well so we can cap our buy medkits and cap our gold.
Oh.
The crash pads are
I know where 3 are.
in there. I'm landing on the hill. I'm gonna look for tags before I pad
You
down.
need Nitro?
No, I have 6. I built ramps up. Look around yourself. Yeah, get a gas station. Eat me, dog. Go in, by the way, on right side.
Oh.
I'm blanking. Kids went down here. I mean, I could run ahead and get tags, so I'm too far away from you, to be honest.
Where are your crash pads?
All the way down to the bomb house. 60.
Another chest to your left.
All the way down here. Marker.
Oh. Inside or outside?
Out inside. Hey, kid, she's fighting.
Pop that nitro, buddy.
60.
No.
Kids box fighting in. There's kids on the hill holding them.
Can't find it.
I got it.
There's nitro behind the wall in front of you.
Got it.
I'm gonna come down to you. I'm gonna buy meds.
Go.
Or like
Have
in
you
the
boxed
next
yourself
tower,
right now or no?
There.
Actually, I threw 2 meds in.
Yeah, I got it. There's 1 extra.
Yeah, what are you holding right now?
3 meds, 100 Fizz, 6 crash pads.
Meds, 100 fizz, 3 crash beds. I'm popping barrels right now, so if you...
Oh.
I'm gonna throw EMPs. Bandages. Throwing EMPs. Hey, need you find metal or no?
No, box.
Okay. Come to me soon then.
Yeah, let me see.
I'm buying... You should take Biggs over Fizz, over Fizz.
Oh.
I
Okay,
bought a
good.
medkit. I'm popping bandages now. Yeah, I have 100
Tunnel's
Fizz,
not
3
blue, by the
Biggs.
way.
Okay, you can have a
Gotta
quick
get
run
the
through.
tunnels real quick.
Yeah, let me just buy you Biggs.
Okay, bye.
Okay. I'll have a quick run through. And then we just pop 1 medkit each. So you're carrying 3 medkits, 3 Biggs, and 6 crash beds, correct?
Yep, character.
Oh no. I'm 5, 4, 5.
Yep, 5, 2, not 5.
Okay. I'm running. Okay. So go up here. On this brick. I think campfire's not used. We just pop medkit here and run up.
Oh.
Get shooting on the right.
Let me know when to pop.
Medkit. Up now. Come on. We just got. Hey, Yumza just died. I think that might have been him getting shot.
Oh.
Okay, I'm running up the hill. Campfire move.
Yeah, how much charge do you have? I have like
Don't
150.
200s. Then I have 120, 180. I have like 400 damage, maybe more.
No,
In campfire. Could have waited for zone pool maybe, but probably better for us to not have as much storm sickness as we normally have.
I'm good.
Good forecast anyway. I'm looking to see because there were kids there not that long ago. Yeah, let's just regular pad. Don't go deep. I'm gonna scout these hills and see where I can land. Because I can just land here, to be honest.
Oh.
I'm just gonna land. Okay. I'm gonna do edge, and then we find out whether we need to ring or not. Do edge.
Oh.
I'm gonna go edge up here. Watch out for that if there's people in that building. People would have seen our gliders. I built. We can actually just move forward here. There's piles back around on their base. Do you think we just move forward to that forecast instead of... well, it depends where the zone pulls.
I mean, you could just wait 20 seconds and see.
Yeah, I'm waiting 20 seconds.
He needs 150 break, that's it.
I'm
Okay.
not even gonna farm it. It's fine. I could go down and farm it.
I mean, you could go and build up on forecast, but I don't know.
I don't think I need to.
How
I
much?
have 400.
Yeah, 550.
64 up, but it's still gonna be surge.
550,
Yeah, I know, I
550.
know. I don't know who I'm gonna hold.
Endgame might be a bit more stacked now.
Yeah. I think did no one built the Reels base? We can just go to Reels and put a base on Reels, no?
Be honest.
You're on. Nice spot.
Okay, come. Just run to reels.
Oh.
Crash pad fizz. Actually, wait, no. Just in case those get too less. Come.
Top
I'm
on
farming
this
this
one.
right. Yeah, you can farm the one on the left if you want, or the one with me. Watch out, they would have seen our sprint part, so they might follow us. Me in the chest. Get dashes. Minis.
Come this quick.
Dashing.
Okay.
More break, yeah, you can farm quick. Dashing. Someone just built a base. Okay, don't leave me. This is his teammate. I'm dashing on him.
Do.
Hit 20. 80. Teammate hit me.
Got.
18 is good. He's going back to his teammate. He's this low, by the way. Dead, dead, dead.
Nice.
Nice. Good.
I'm dashing to it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Watch out, his teammate's looking.
Coming.
I got it.
Did you?
You're fucking crazy.
Mirror.
Did you double this fucking thing?
No, he's just a drone.
Careful, head.
Build, make some space. I'm gonna build up quick. You just sit here.
Yeah.
Is there purple enforcer up? Full upgraded if you want it.
I'm purple enforcer. Upgraded.
No, blue enforcer.
I
Is it
know.
good upgrades?
Yeah, I'm stacked. That shit's scary. It's crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna fizz myself to 4. I'm not gonna use the bigs. Actually, I use bigs, blood, do you think?
I have 3 already.
I'm gonna pop 1 and just fizz the rest.
I have 2 medikits, or 3.
Just
We can go to the campfire, maybe.
Go mag.
Can we leave this blood and go to the campfire?
yeah.
Do you think I can take enforcer blood?
Yeah,
Yeah, you just got another 400 on that, no? 500? 300, man?
Pink died, so we can actually just come back to this box later. I think we see if we can go campfire.
Go.
Do you have many spare mats? You could just sit on edge as well, though.
Metal and...
You see next zone. You can go above and build so you can shoot.
Yeah. I have 1 dash.
I'm just gonna scout quick. I'm just gonna have a quick scout. You don't come, you don't come. Go. I didn't pop nitro. I didn't pop nitro, sadly.
Go get a dash quick.
Someone's boxing, but I can just build here. I'm making space here.
You're on edge, though.
How much mats are there? Tell me. Yeah, I know.
There is 500 wood and 130 metal.
How much brick?
None.
Nothing.
Ah, fuck, I use brick.
Needs 140.
Yeah. I need 180.
Cool.
I made some space. I didn't build a big base. Just we can just somewhere we can sit, to be honest. And we can move off this, to be honest. I'm blocking the building heads here. Yeah, I'm gonna come down now.
Go.
I'm dropping shit here. We can come back to. I'm coming. Refresh your dashes before you come, okay?
Yeah, I already have 3. Wanna start going up now, yeah?
Yeah, go. I mean, we killed the Reals base. We could have taken that one, to be honest, and just not built.
You see the
Should have
campfire
nitro
there?
up there. It's boxed on. I don't see if it's there or not. I'm getting dashes so quick. I'm coming. I'm farming break. Can you look over me?
Yep, 2 against. Looking. Not seeing anything.
Levels max. I think we just sit here though.
Yeah, max my search out. I think no one's on the base. Kid shooting behind me. Could I stop looking at you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm coming. I just use a dash. I'm going down to get more from him.
You getting shot at?
No.
Oh, these are shooting.
Watch your head.
Yeah, you conned it.
I'm just rushing here because it's wood.
Yeah.
Coming.
Greening. Here.
Oh, sorry?
Kid's
Greening.
greening.
Use it.
Fire. Do you have a spray gun?
I have an enforcer. I could have brought that. I can bring the
Whoever
demo.
got knocked out.
Nice.
What do you say?
Wait, you said
Whoever
Boyd
got
died.
knocked.
It's our
Whoever got
game.
knocked.
They're moving on campfire. Moving on campfire. Look.
Okay, sorry.
Like, do you think I should go get my DMR? I think so.
I don't know how much damage you have. He has a purple enforcer.
I have blue enforcer.
Nah, I think you're fine.
It's full dripped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. Holy
Kids
fuck.
northwest, moving. Jesus fucking.
Careful, you can get bombed there.
Kids. Northwest.
Okay.
Okay.
Player was rested by there. I didn't see the finish.
Further back as well, swimming.
But he's gonna get the save. And Quanti doesn't have time to jump down. Quanti is debating on options here, and he's gonna back off and talk about a close call. If they would have fallen here, wow, what a story we'd have playing out before our eyes.
Granted, they're not out of the hot water just yet. I know that they just managed to find themselves above that damage threshold. Quanti, however, he's in a really tough position. He was forced to kind of leave Yapko behind there, but Poyo and Peterbot just over this ridge. I saw Acorn and Cold, and they're not the only ones that could be lurking nearby. So Poyo and Peterbot, they could still potentially get caught out here, but it is going to be a lot more difficult to try and confirm an elimination onto one or a pair even after they got that refresh off of Yapko.
Fast to react there, but unfortunately couldn't time the drop. Bolt and Bryce, every time we tune in, position themselves high and mighty over the lobby. I like that they play like this as well. It's just a refreshing take. Still fishing for tags here. Zone's not too far off, and they're continuing to do what they need to remain relevant. Dukes and Finks on the other side. Very much neck and neck on the point threshold too. Like, look at that. They are just about equal with Bryce up top.
I think a lot of our teams inside of that top 10 sort of understanding they can't afford to have even the slightest stumble at this point, because then you're left with only one lobby to perform. And with the way that things are shaping up here, MDF, I could definitely see some craziness ensuing inside of our final match of this weekend. Bugha and Aviv, though, they've traveled down from that north end of Classy Courts, spent a decent amount of time inside of the storm, and yet they still find themselves well above that damage threshold. So they have been able to converge on other players for that damage. Still, this lobby on the other end of the bridge, across from Reckless Railways, Peterbot, Poyo, trying to see if they can get an opening onto Virgo and Shadow. Veno and Clix as well. Clix is incredibly hurt here. They do have an ample amount of heals. The problem is, will they be able to get them off? They could even potentially get held here just outside the edge zone.
This is a fight that is definitely winnable, but Zeke jumps in, and you just never know once you start throwing the wild cards in the mix here.
3 minutes.
Come on. I'm popping big.
No phase, by the way.
Yeah,
Gotta
good.
leave it. 404.
I'm 404. No white soul?
Nothing.
Yeah. Get scratch bang on the right. Shadow's done. I guess might be. Yeah, I'm just quickly spin.
2. I have one.
Okay, pop one.
Popping.
Come here. Right side.
With you.
Running here. I'm running.
With you.
I might take a break now.
I got game mark from.
Yeah, I'm taking a break.
One big. Hold. I have one big for you. Video.
One big.
Close. Looking. 40 crack.
More crash pad.
Hey, point dead.
Nice show. Fun.
Landing on me. I'm good.
Go for body,
The
go for
body.
body.
Someone killed him. I'm low.
Big.
Don't kill him.
Pop big.
Yeah. Okay. He just crashed bad from me. I don't think he can get it.
Yeah.
You can have a quick look.
Yeah. From the back, folks. No.
There's some loot. There's nachos. There's loot.
He's in there.
Okay, we're back.
I stole it.
Nice.
Come back.
Yeah, with you.
Crash
Crash right up
running. Come in.
With you.
Low ground. Which I might get sprayed it. Out of bounds.
I'm hard. Holding watch again. Watch ready.
I'm trying to block.
Yep. Watching. Hold it.
I made back to his boxes back.
Fine.
Come back, please. I have 100 bats. I have to pump someone. I'm blocking. Come back, me.
100 mats.
I have one build.
Okay. Here, spinning.
He did my drop on us. I made payback. Yeah, they dropped us in zone. We'll be dead. I have no builds. I'm out. Behind us, man.
One build.
I have 45 fizz. Fizzing us.
Holding. No best.
120.
Up.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay.
Fizzing us. Hey, look at this. Throwing crash pad. Come.
Yep. Come in. With you. No mats. Needs to go up.
Down it.
Yep.
To here. Jump.
With you.
On me. Here.
With you.
It's me.
Nothing.
What shield you got?
Nothing.
Yeah, I have 20 fizz.
Yeah.
I'm dropping this. Take this.
No, give me one man.
Okay, give me.
Nothing. Keep coming.
Shoot this kid when he's coming.
Hold up.
He's here. Ah, fuck. I don't think we've got
You use your crash
Try and
pad,
shoot him.
dude.
They're running a break.
How do you beam him?
Come on. Just come on.
No way.
I have one crash pad.
Got nothing.
I'm at North.
With you.
Throwing crash pad on me. Come here.
Yep. You follow them. Thing with.
I have one build. Come here.
Get up. Chill. 40.
I slide this in.
Come on.
100. I died to another two.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, but instead, it seems like the decision's being called out. They want this refresh. They have to get it, but no. Poffy and company make it up and over.
It's gonna be one more
This
crash
is so
pad
close.
forward. Veno, he's still got Source and Poppy in his sights, but he might have to change his mind. He can't find another
Down.
duo in time, though. That's gonna be the end of their 11th lobby run here at the hands. Sphinx for 1 credited. Threats, though, 3 eliminations. And again, keep in mind, they were sitting at 3rd, entering this lobby. Threats trying to do everything in his power. He's gonna catapult himself forward, front side of zone, but he knows he's gonna have to stick to the low ground. He's trying to go by unnoticed. For the time being, he is in a relatively isolated position, but as these teams continue to move forward, that could be a very problematic position that Threats finds himself in.
Given what just played out, Clix and Vino falling in 20th, Peterbot and Boyo still standing here and likely to run up plenty more points. Do we put it past Vino to land on Clix, make the call for Vino and Clix to land on Peterbot and Boyo? The only chance that they have is to literally take these guys out of the lobby. There's about 50 or 60 points gapping them right now. So come when this game concludes and all the points have been tallied up, it's only going to become more and more worse if they remain standing here. Threats has a chance here to catch up, but it's not looking good. They're also going to get locked in position, so 2nd and 3rd for now won't move an inch, but Acorn and Cold are up top. They have a lot of room to go ahead and catch up now, depending on how big of a game they can make out of this one. They'll be in the race for 1st place as well coming into the last game.
Like what Cole did there from the other end, make sure that they can connect from the high ground. So now they've got their pick of the litter, and Acorn, he's going to continue tarping.
Alright guys, with Clix and Vino getting put out, and it's looking like it's going to be a Peterbot thing, I'm going to go ahead and end. I'm still finishing eating. We'll be back on tomorrow playing Fortnite. Hope you guys have a good night, and as always, keep on keeping on. Later.